Well, first of all, when my cousin introduced us, shout out to Montague.
Shout out to Montague.
Um, First of all, he does not introduce me to people. Uh, he's my fam and everything, but he never said, you know what, let me introduce you to a friend. I'm like, hey, first of all, I feel a way about that, we just had church service and now you're trying to, give me the hookup. But he introduced me to Lloyd. Um, and I was kind of stunned by that. Um, and the fact that he was willing to come to my spot, you know, our first date was at the Java House. They used to have a Java House in Louisville that was more like, if you're familiar with Love Jones, the movie, the Love Jones with Nia Long and what was his name?
I don't even know the dude's name.
I can't. Lorenz Tate. Yeah, that's him. With Lorenz Tate.
How that gonna be one of your favorite movies? You don't even know the dude's name.
Oh, so that movie, a lot of it surrounded around the club called the Sanctuary. So the Java House was like a sanctuary. where people could go and drink coffee. That was way before Starbucks.
Yeah.
People would go
yeah.
and drink coffee there, and then they would have poetry night. And I love to write poetry and looked forward to each weekend where I would have a set and I would read my poetry. So that was the safe place I felt like I could invite a Reverend Minister Lloyd too. That I felt like, okay, he's a preacher and everything, but if he's gonna come to my spot, then he might be all right. And I felt comfortable with Lloyd. Like I could talk to him about anything. Sometimes when you meet people, you feel like you gotta keep the wall up and speak a language per se that a safe, like I'm just have a safe conversation of just um the simple things. But with Lloyd, I felt like I could really talk to him about anything, and that he was being straight up. I didn't feel any deception or anything when I talked with him. And he didn't get annoyed by my questions because I had lots of questions.
Lots of questions.
Lots of questions. Oh my gosh. So that.
What has been the most surprising thing that has happened in our marriage that you did not expect? The most surprising thing. It can be positive or it can be negative. It can be whatever you want. But the most surprising thing you did not expect. So many things.
So many things that were surprising that I did not expect.
So many things. Y'all don't even know. So many things.
And I have 20 years to play on.
I know, right?
I can't say that I didn't expect for us to move from Louisville, Kentucky, because I expected that.
You expect us to leave Louisville?
Yeah, I expected that. Because in my heart of hearts, I knew that whatever man that God had for me was going to take me away from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay, we sitting there wearing Louisville gear, and it sounds like you hating on Louisville.
No,
I'm just saying it sounds like you hating on Louisville.
I lived there my whole life.
Right.
But I felt a heavy drawing, like it was going to be getting me out of the area. Okay. And I didn't know where I was going to end up, but, and then, so I can't say the moving part. That was a given.
Okay.
I will say the one thing I know for sure, without question, is that God told you to tell us to leave here and go back to Louisville and start a church.
That episode
did not.
That episode is one you definitely need to watch.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's an episode right there.
Yeah.
We might need to do that one next.
Absolutely. That totally. I'm like, are you sure? Did you heard him clearly? I mean, I don't question you, but
no, but you know what though? I wasn't wrong. I think that was just part of the journey. I think that was a
part of the journey that caught me by.
Well, listen, it caught us all by
surprise. It was totally unexpected. There wasn't nothing that I could say.
Yeah.
Oh, I believed it. Lloyd's gonna say no. Didn't see that.
Especially how it turned out.
Right.
That was the part that we didn't expect. Like we thought, okay, God told us to do this, and it's gonna turn out great, and everything's gonna be good. But we didn't see what he was seeing, but we needed it though. When you think about it, we needed that time, but it was hard.
No, we didn't need it all the time. There's some time we.
Well,
I'm just saying, some of those you can have.
Yeah.
You can have some of that time back.
But I go back to my original statement. Everything we've been through has gotten us to this place. So maybe we did need that time. Maybe we were so stubborn that in our thinking at that time that we didn't know And God had to use that time to deprogram us a little bit. Be like, okay, y'all just gone. I need y'all to get that out your system. And we did. We did.
Oh,
it's out there now for sure. So, yeah, it's out. Okay. So that was my question. Okay, that's your question. That was a good question. That was a good answer. That was a good answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're finally here. The top teams in college basketball have been determined and the Final Four is set. Hey, it's your man Lloyd Spence, and look, if you're looking to wager on these games or the national championship, head over to betonline.ag on your desktop or your mobile device to sign up today and Well, we're finally here. The top teams in college basketball have been determined and the Final Four is set. Hey, it's your man Lloyd Spence, and look, if you're looking to wager on these games or the national championship, head over to betonline.ag on your desktop or your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, to get started. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all updated odds and info, along with player props and new contests throughout the year. It's the best source for all your sporting wagering needs, including live betting and everyone's favorite, Vegas casinos and poker games. It's super easy to get started, so join today and learn why everyone is saying that BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on sports. Because it's BetOnline, and it's where the game starts. Talkin NOIZ makers.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. family. Popcorn World. Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in a bag or a can. To make it round the world and it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn world. What's that saying? Breaking down the rumor and smelling out. Speaking for the people who must go around. Taking truth to power with a whisper and a shout. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Hey yeah, shit again, check. We're talking noise. Yeah, talking noise. Really don't have time to fool around. Never noise keeps us under. When truth divine, the sound that you hear is a sign of success. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Yeah, picking up all the time. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking noise. Share it again. We're talking noise. Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. Noise, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother Noise, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
We're back. Talkin NOIZ.
Sitting in the dark with our kids.
We were sitting in the dark with our childrens.
Yeah.
It was darker than the mug.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was darker than a mug.
No, we saw the
It
lights.
was darker than a mug.
It was the people across the street who had lights.
It wasn't. The lights weren't in our house. It was super dark. Talking Noise, Mama Noise is here. Vacay Noise is on day 2. Still looking. You look refreshed. Al, you look refreshed. Is that rest or is that what is that? What is that's got you looking refreshed? Is that a new body wash? What are we talking about right now? What are we doing?
I don't know. I got about 8 hours sleep last night. That's a first.
8 hours will do it.
Forever.
8 hours will do it. That'll absolutely do it. It's good to see everybody today. What up, noisemakers? Pulling up in the building. We're glad to see y'all always. Yeah, man, we were sitting in the dark last night, brother.
Because of storms? What was
because of storms? Yeah, no. Right. Yeah, storms. It was totally storms. And one that we didn't even know. So we'll listen. Before we get into the storm, let's just call the place to worship because we got a lot to talk about tonight, and we introducing a brand new day. And so I'm excited about that. I'm always excited when we can introduce new things to the noisemakers. But Al, I need you to bring us into the presence of the Lord. So, White Organist. Oh, White Organist got a new hat, y'all. That's nice.
Is it all red with white letters?
How did you know that? That's weird. How did you know that?
Oh my gosh.
That's creepy. Okay. Well, yeah.
Trump 2020.
No, it's not. No, it doesn't have that on there. All right, turn over here. Let me see. Oh no, I don't say that.
I don't say Confederate flag on.
Make sure it don't say MAGA.
No, he bought this at Hubs because it's like it's red and it's white letterings, but it's got like pimp on it. I don't know what that is. I don't think this is appropriate for church, White Organist. Just FYI. Just
pimping for the Lord.
Well, something is going on. I don't know where his mindset is, but go ahead and fire it up, White Organist. You own
it. Good morning to some. Good afternoon to others. It is another day in the house of noise, and we are glad to be here. We look forward to the next few hours of making you think, making you laugh, making you challenge yourself. So, noisemakers, we ask that you be active listeners, and we look forward to your comments in the chat. I'm excited. The rest of the Noise family is excited for another day. So let's make our way to our pews. Grab your bulletin, your fan, and your offering.
And your offering.
Don't leave your wallet and your purse in the car.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. White Organist did that. I don't like this hat though. Now I'm starting to see it. The pimp is not what you're supposed to wear in a church.
Hey, why not?
White Organist, this is wildly inappropriate. We're gonna have to have a church meeting after the church. We're gonna talk about your hat. It's wrong. You can't wear that.
Mama Noise.
There you go.
Well, had you wore that on
yeah, I'm not trying to hear it.
Yeah, had you wore that on Friday, we may have had a victory.
Yeah, you see, I think when a 3-fold cord is not in sync,
an active participant in the
then it's
red day.
You're right.
We talked about this.
We did, and we talked, and you broke code.
Listen here. I didn't get the memo, so I don't want to hear it.
You are the memo.
Am I?
You are the memo.
Look, I guess it wasn't in a documentary, so.
The shade is real. The shade is real. So can I just tell the noisemakers we had a rough night last night, and not because we wanted to, not because we was like this is that kind of night to make you feel good all over. It wasn't that. I'm sitting there watching the game, minding my own business, and a storm comes through. I'm like, where'd this come from? Nobody tell me about no storm. But I didn't think nothing of it. It's just raining. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. Little rain ain't never hurt nobody. Ain't never hurt nobody. And then kapow!
Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You know what I'm saying? We were fine.
Raining.
And lightning.
And then the lightning came. I was like, well, a little lightning, a little thunderstorm. Still, that has hurt somebody, but we ain't got no expectations of that today.
Yeah.
Just
See the rolling flash. I
heard the thunder roll. You know what I'm saying? This is a regular church service.
Until
kapow!
It hit a transformer.
I said, oh, that's not good.
And the house went dark.
Completely dark. And I was silent. Like, well, now.
Dark and silent. We like
Mama Noise yelled down the steps. I was like, well, what did you yell down the steps? I'm trying to remember what you said.
Help me, Jesus, help me.
It was something that I think she said, what are you doing? Or something. I don't know.
I did
not.
Like,
and I was like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting there watching the game. But now I'm not watching.
I seen it over there. I was like, seen what?
Well, Mama Noise, why you
did he say seen or synced?
No, he did not say synced it.
I seen it.
Mama Noise, why you jumping the story? I ain't got there yet.
Oh, okay.
So the transform, I saw something out the corner of my eye. You know how we say in the black church. I saw it out the corner of my eye. And I was like, the big old gigantic spark. And I said, well, that can't be good. Mm-hmm. And then all the lights went out. And I said, well, now we're in trouble. So I immediately called the peoples. I called the peoples and I said, peoples, we ain't got what we want. And I need y'all to give the people what they want.
That is not
lights. And it was like, nah. They're like, nah, we ain't got no lights for you. Can
I tell you the worst thing in the world about having the lights out?
Well, sure. Go ahead and interrupt my story and tell me the worst thing.
Yeah, you pause a little long. So what I'm saying is that, you look out the window and you see the people across the street with their lights. And you like, why we can't have no lights?
Can we run an extension cord?
I mean, that was what was crossing my mind. I'm just saying.
So lights went out at like 10 o'clock.
Oh.
And then we stayed out till 2 o'clock.
Oh, you missed the whole game.
No, I watched it on my phone.
See,
I watched it on my phone. I did watch it on my phone. It was good, and I it was good because now I missed the comeback. When I got back to the game, they had already come back, and it was they was
holding up the trophy.
No, they wasn't holding up the trophy. I saw it to the end, but it was a tie game when I got back because I was trying to call the peoples. And I said, hey, peoples, we ain't got no electricity.
I paid my bill.
I was like, everything's up to date. I don't understand why we ain't got no electricity.
We saw the reason why there wasn't no electricity. That lightning hit that transformer. We was like, wait for it. And it was like,
I've never seen that happen before until yesterday. And when it happened, it was like an explosion on a movie theater set or something. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, but that can't be good. That doesn't mean good things is happening right now. So, so I kept bothering the people. I kept calling and say, hey, I got it on yet? And it was like, nah, hold on.
You'll know when we know.
Right. I was like, y'all got it on? It's like, nah, we ain't got it on yet. Hold on.
Or then they text you and say, text me. I'm sitting there going,
that was what made me mad. So they text me about an hour in, Al, and they said, hey, listen, should be on now. I was like, I'm sitting here, ain't nothing on. So I text them back. I said, ain't nothing on. It's like something must be wrong with your situation because on our end it's on. They said, turn off all your little breakers and then turn them back on. I said, what? Why would I have to do that? If it went out, why would I have to turn the breakers on and turn it back on?
That was a rookie. That was a rookie.
I said, okay. So I went and turned the breakers off, turned it back on, nothing happened. I said, hey, man, ain't nothing happening. They was like, oh, maybe it's on us. We'll call you back. I said, you know what? This is a bug. Oh, it was a crazy night, man. But by 2 o'clock in the morning, all came back on. So all was well.
You can't
complain. I didn't even pause that time.
You paused.
No, I didn't. In your mind, I paused. I didn't even pause.
No, I saw you. I saw you pause.
You inhaled.
You paused. I'm just grateful that it was cool in the house already. Because worst thing in the world is for it to be hot outside, and then you lose your power, and you like, oh man, ain't no air conditioning, ain't no fan. Then it's hot outside, so even when you open the window, so
yeah, you're right.
Really?
What are you talking about? It's not me as much as it is production. It's just an observation.
That's okay. I know where production lives.
I don't think you should take out production. That's rude. We need them.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the lights back on. We all back up and ready to go. So, but it made for a tiring night and morning because you can't rest when you ain't got no power.
I'm just glad Hannah and I slept through it all.
You say that, and I'm on a CPAP, so I literally cannot.
You literally wouldn't have been able to rest.
There is no power. So.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Lord. Well, I was praying for people that had to have some type of something other than.
Okay. Full disclosure, Mama Noise slept like a baby. I couldn't rest.
I did not.
You were sleeping.
I did not sleep like a baby.
I came back to the bedroom. Your leg was scrawled all over the bed, and you was comfortable. I couldn't even get in the bed. I was like, I got to move her to get in the bed. We're supposed to be in a situation. And
you know what,
that has led to a conundrum, and you
that was necessary.
What? Well, I had
your leg was all.
I had images of your wonderful leg.
Nope.
Wow.
I haven't been able to shake it.
I hit him with it, Princess Noise. Wow.
I'm just listening.
Oh, Chad said they missed the tornado by just a little bit, so. It got ugly, but one of the things is I didn't hear nothing about this. Like normally during the day you hear about it.
Well, the reason why you don't. Okay, this is the catch-22 about streaming. When we do nothing but streaming, and you really don't have quote cable services, you don't really have that on TV. You know what I'm saying? The TV that says there's a tornado warning, watch and stuff. You don't get all that local stuff.
That's not true. We got local channels.
Well, did you get a notification that there was a tornado watch?
I was watching the game.
And that's why you didn't get it.
You didn't get it either.
That's what I'm telling you.
What was you watching?
Streaming service, like I said.
Well, then we didn't miss it because we don't have it. We missed it because we was watching other stuff.
I was watching the app.
It happened to people with cable.
Lloyd, what were you watching?
I was watching the game.
No, not you, Lloyd. What was you watching, Mama?
I should watch the documentary.
No, I wasn't. I was watching Bel Air's finale.
See, great minds think alike. I finally got to watch it last night myself.
Okay, listen.
Guess what? It cut off. The power cut off at 10 minutes to the end of the finale.
So you didn't see it?
So I didn't get to see the last 10 minutes, which is, I'm sure, very.
Until this morning, or you still haven't?
I still haven't got to see it.
Did you like the last 10 minutes, Al?
Why are you going? What? Okay.
I just asked you, did he see it?
Why did you read? Why? I just told you I didn't get to see the last 10 minutes.
Calm down, woman. I just asked the man, did he like it?
What? Why do you ask me right now?
It is a wonderful series.
Okay.
Thank you, Al. Don't entertain this individual.
Well, don't let Mama Noise scare you.
And then Chad gonna chime in with his quarter, talk about iPhones. They give the notification.
Get out of the chat.
I'm just saying that was for Jay.
Whatever.
Furthermore, we get weather alerts on Androids as well.
Right. iPhone is late to the party on notifications. We've been getting notifications.
What you trying to say?
You trying to say that it's
Chad?
raggedy ass? I mean, I'm sorry. That's just lack of sleep. I apologize.
That is not.
I just killed the iPhone deal just like that. I'm just saying, Android, we be on it too. We get notifications.
Yeah, I just didn't get anything that said nothing about a tornado warning.
But your phone don't halfway work either.
Okay, wait till I tell my husband. It's going to be some drama.
Well, it don't work. It ain't that it don't work. You don't keep it charged. Tell the truth, shame the devil. You don't keep your phone charged. You
The charging port on my phone.
Every woman on planet Earth don't keep their phone charged.
I need a new phone. You need to tell production I need a new phone. My charging port is malfunctioning.
That ain't got nothing to do with a bunch of nothing.
It absolutely does. It can't stay charged if the charging port is malfunctioning.
I'm sending production an email.
Thank you, Al. See what I'm talking about?
Al bringing in big help Mama Noise energy today.
You know what?
Well, that was one of the things that happened last night.
About last night.
I almost started to say, what are we drinking? But that's a different show. But
what?
I just feel like I need something. I don't
Water.
know.
You got a big old of coffee.
Today we introducing a new day. So we theming our days out, and today is going to now be known as Talk That Tuesday. It doesn't matter whether we're talking a subject or we're talking hot topics or whatever. It's Talk That Tuesday. So we're talking that today, and normally we would wait till the 5 to do this, but this is such big breaking news, and we don't really know where it's going. But it could go into something really special. But it appears all signs point to Tiger Woods coming back to play the Masters this Thursday, which I'm going to be honest with you. When I heard them say that yesterday that he was out practicing, I was like, really? And then when he announced today that he might play, I got to be honest with you, I'm stunned. Stunned. The dude almost lost his leg 2 years ago. Like he almost lost his life 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about he might play?
You know the golf world is excited.
Oh, man. Yeah, they buzzing, man. Well, more specifically, ESPN and the TV networks are excited.
Right,
yeah.
That's what I mean. The industry itself needs Tiger.
He moves the needle, man. And coming out of the tournament, the March Madness, that's the perfect, cushion to the weekend. Keep them ratings high. So yeah, man, if he play, which are all signs of point to that he will, even if he plays just 2 days, that's a ratings boom.
That's the first 2 days when the ratings struggle anyway. So
right, exactly. So Tiger Woods is back. Mama Noy, what do you think about that? Can't believe that, man. That dude couldn't walk. He couldn't sit up straight. He was in a hospital for like 4 or 5 months. Now he's
I'm gonna tell you, it's pretty miraculous. Because they talked about all the pins that are in his leg,
and screws and stuff, and iron rods.
When I heard him speak this morning, when you were listening as well, is that it sounded like back in the day, the $6 million man, or how many million that was when we was kids, the Bionic Man, when they was talking about all the putting him all together. I'm sitting there going, his back, his leg, it's like, goodness gracious alive. I mean, I know he's trying to make sure he gets every single solitary ounce of greatness out of his life. When he said his son was his inspiration, that he was in the tournament together with his son, and then and saw that, I do have enough to go another go another round. I thought it was kind of sad, but it did make sense. The guy that was saying, golf doesn't need Tiger. But at the same time, listen.
Well, that was his opinion. I would beg to differ. White golf doesn't need Tiger.
Yeah, that's really what. Yeah.
If we're gonna break it down, let's break it all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Are white people who love golf going to watch golf regardless of Tiger Woods is there? The answer to that is yes.
Mm-hmm.
But are the masses going to watch Tiger Woods? No, unless you are a diehard golf fan. You don't care about golf if Tiger ain't there. You could care less.
That is facts. It is absolutely.
Here's how much I care about golf when Tiger's not there. Ask me who won the Masters last year. And the only reason I know this is because they mentioned that he was his dinner menu is already set up.
His dinner menu?
Yeah, Matsui Masami or whatever his name is. But ask me who won golf last year, the Masters last year.
Who won the Masters last year?
Ask me who won the U.S. Open last year.
Who won the U.S. Open last year? You don't know any of those.
Ask me who won the PGA Championship last year.
All that sounds the same after a while. Yes. Who won the PGA?
I'm just saying. Don't nobody be thinking about no golf if he ain't there.
That's really big old facts. Big old facts, because nobody to me, golf is the stuff that plays on Sunday that you fall asleep to watching TV, or something you want to fall asleep to have white noise in the background.
So this is it. It's great nap TV now. That's awesome. Dave Bell said thoughts of Tiger Woods come back. Nobody really cares to watch a has-been struggle on the golf course. With all due respect, and I mean all due respect, that is not true at all. They will absolutely watch.
They're absolutely going to watch.
And I would argue that he is by far not a has-been. He is still competitive.
Yep. And like Lewis Martin said, if he's in the hunt, we all watch it. Hey, Tiger Woods is like when Uncle Ray come into town, and he might have a little change to give everybody, and he gonna meet over our Bunny's house. Oh, Uncle Ray's there. Uncle Bunny's house.
True.
If Tiger Woods is in the hunt, nigga, we tweeting each other. We texting each other. Hey, man, Tiger Woods might win this weekend. For real? Next thing you know, we all pulling up. Like ribs is being served.
I'm just saying. It's that right there.
No, Tiger Woods still moves his needle. Now, if he ain't in the hunt, then you're right, Daniel Bell. We don't really care. But if he's in the hunt on, what do you say, competitive, so it's wheelchair basketball, but nobody's he's not in a wheelchair. He said he's 100% healthy, and he feels good. We gonna see.
Well, and then the haters
like if he ain't in the hunt on Sunday, you ain't gonna pull up.
The haters are gonna be in the wings watching for the foolishness. Like old boy, when the interview this morning, he was like, "So Tiger, how much pain are you in? What you expect him to say? No pain whatsoever. I feel like I'm 15 years old again. I mean, what do you want him to say? So I mean, it's gonna be those haters in the wings that's trying to figure out, are you really gonna be able to do all the holes?
I consider this that it's just been over a year that he was almost decapitated.
Right.
So I look forward to it.
If he's in the hunt on Saturday and Sunday, I'm watching every second as much as I can watch. I'm just telling you, I'm a fan. I love to see him play.
Yeah, I'm on vacation, so
and you're on vacation.
Yeah, I will be looking forward to the opening couple of rounds because I know the camera's going to be on his group wherever he is. So.
Oh, he's the featured group. He's the featured group. You know that.
I don't know a whole lot about golf. I mean, but what I do
about golf.
You know what, Lloyd?
I'm sorry. You don't.
But what I appreciate is that I know he's not the first black golfer, but I appreciate that now so many young men can see that a black man can dominate golf just like basketball, just like football. Matter of fact, I think it was Steph Curry that gave a big hefty check to to Howard University's golf department, their golf department at Howard. And to me, you just don't look for black golfers, to be making moves like Tiger Woods. So yeah, we watching.
Yeah, we pulling up. And just FYI, they just announced his tee time. He has a 10:34 tee time on Thursday, 10:34 a.m. Eastern, with Tiger Woods, Louis Oosthuizen, and Joaquin Niemann. So he pulling up. So there you go. All right, that's one of the stories. To the surprise of no one and the prediction of our own Al B, Ketanji Jackson Brown made it out of committee on an 11-11 vote.
What does that mean?
It means they have voted. 22 people voted, and they all voted according to their party lines. And she made it out of committee based on the the majority whip's vote. Chuck Schumer voted her onto the Senate floor for confirmation. So she is made it to, I guess, the Sweet 16 of Supreme Court justice voting, or maybe this is the Final Four. I'd say the Final Four.
Well, actually, this is the finals.
Well, it's the final game. Yeah, technically, it's the final game. Yeah,
and it's looking pretty good. So,
well, I think she'll get it. It may come down, like you said yesterday, Al, and you predicted correctly, that it's going to be a party split, 50-50. But if it is a party split, we do know that Vice President Kamala Harris has the tie-breaking vote. So,
but there are strong suspicions that Murkowski, Collins, and Mitt Romney are all in support of Ketanji,
as they should be. So, and it absolutely means that, Jay Joyner, that Republicans are full of shit. So you are correct, sir. But yeah, it looks like she's gonna get through. It won't be as clean as it should be, which is what they want.
Right.
But it's at least she'll get through, and we may be about to see our very first female African American. Why are you giggling? What's wrong with you?
Closed caption was trying to keep up with you, and you said, "You're all right, Jay. They are full of," and it just get asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Closed caption ain't allowed to say shit.
I can keep that.
Apparently not.
Look up at
the with closed caption.
Is it saying asterisk? It still say asterisk?
First it showed the symbol. Now it said the whole word. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Look at it right now as I say what I'm about to say. No, look at it. Just look at it real quick. Just tell me what it says. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, closed caption. Now what it say?
It's on a delay, so it should be coming down.
Right.
It's a real quick. That's some asterisk, 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 closed caption.
Closed caption, grow a pair. All right. I thought that was interesting. Ketanji's gonna come through. Excited about that. Very excited about that. I can't wait. But you can't shout until it's shouting time. So I'm gonna hold my shout until further notice.
Oh my gosh. I just want you to know closed caption said grow a pair.
There you go. Wow. If you put party politics over the racial history of this country, you are a racist. Wow. Tell us how you really feel, cuz.
Well, it's for those people that said, you know what? I don't think I'm going to vote for her right now. I was like, why do we got to be bought through the torture?
I don't understand what that even means. I'm not going to vote for her right now. It ain't like she's going to be voted on later. Like,
I mean,
you're not putting the vote out for a year. What the hell are you talking about?
The senator for Texas with his.
I ain't want to listen to them bastards.
I said, you know what? Thank you. We'll remember that when it's our turn to vote.
That's what we need to do. We need to figure out how we get these bastards out. We need to give our right hand to God.
And that's why we do.
I'm just
throw
saying.
them bastards out.
That's all. I got them going.
All I got to say. Okay. I have a story. I wish Cuz could be here today, but I have a story that I have to bring to the table. Now, normally I wouldn't talk this at all, but this is fascinating to me on several levels.
I can't do it.
Now I gotta tell you, stop saying get out of closed caption. What are we talking about?
Well, because they didn't want to hear you say you threw them bastards out. So you throw them rolling bass out.
I'm saying closed caption. You got the deaf community out here thinking we saying ridiculous stuff.
Rolling bass.
Yeah, that ain't cool. All right, but listen, I gotta get to this story.
Okay.
Mama Noise, stop distracting me with your nonsense.
Okay.
Because you know I'm here for the nonsense. Cuz, why you won't turn your camera on? He's busy. He's on vacation, cuz. Okay. I gotta say, y'all keep distracting me with the story.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those who don't know, and most of you don't, because I wouldn't have even known it if it hadn't stumbled upon my news feed. But Albert Pujols, who I thought had been retired, I thought he had been done, but he left the Dodgers, or the Angels rather. He was with the Angels. He left the Angels and went back to St. Louis Cardinals for his final baseball season. This is his final season in the league. And I said, wow, that's cool. They brought him back to finish off his career in the place that he started, in the place that he won championships. That's very cool. But then as you go further, come to find out that his wife just had surgery on a brain tumor being removed just yesterday. So that was like, wow, he playing baseball in St. Louis while his wife is having a brain tumor removed? Man, that's kind of gangster. Like, surely Albert Pujols got the pull to be able to be there with his wife while she's having brain tumor cancer surgery. Surely. But then it also finally comes out that he divorced her right before the brain tumor surgery. Which brings us to our talk about that topic of the day.
And there went the
wow. Right. Does death do you part still exist?
Well, death. That death do you part's been long gone. Long gone. Yeah, people been copping out of marriages for decades.
But that's the good Christian. Once again, that's the good Christian couple, and they stood on the stage. Listen, I better shut up because I don't, word now for grace. We might be there too. So, but I just that's amazing to me that, bro, you couldn't even, like, they asked him about it. They said, well, why wouldn't you there at least therefore? He said, wait, she got her family. I was like, damn, she got her family? Like, that's what we doing, Albert? It's a stunning story. So I gotta ask you. I thought of you, Al B. I thought of Al B when the story broke. Brain tumor. Are you talking to us or you on? I think he might be on the phone. Yeah, he's on the phone. Okay. Dang, Al, I wanted to ask you that question. Rod knows that to death. So Mama Noise.
Go ahead, ask me the question.
Well, I wanted to ask you the question. To death, I mean, do you if she's got a brain tumor surgery, I mean, I know y'all ain't on good terms, but surely you can show up for the brain tumor. The brain tumor surgery. It's still the mother of your kids.
Even if they don't have any children, you loved this person once.
You told her I do.
And if you truly love that person, you never stop loving them. There may not be intimate sexual type love, but there is a love for that person that it should still be evident in their lowest times, in their time of need. I can speak transparently. It hurts my heart when I see my ex hurt, struggle.
Mm.
And that's why I'm always there for her. That's why she's always there for me. We will never, ever, if God will let my will be done, we will never be back together.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't want to see her hurt. I don't want to see her struggle. And so if you love that person, Mr. Pujols, that baseball game would not have been high up on your priority.
Is it wrong that y'all tell me if I'm wrong? Because I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Is it wrong that I lost a little respect for him on this?
Oh, no, it's not wrong.
And here's the official statement.
What's
I've been
wrong is that statement Jay Joyner just put in the chat. That's what's wrong.
To the very end, I want them to bury us with her riding me. That's a lie. He said, I've been asked a lot of questions over the past few days regarding what's been going on at home. And sadly, after 22 years of marriage, I've made a decision to file for divorce for my wife, Deidre. I realize this is not the most opportune time with opening day approaching and other family events that have recently taken place. These situations are never easy and isn't something that just happened overnight. Then he said, as a devout Christian, that is an outcome. Oh, well, that's an old statement that he made about divorce, where he said, as a devout Christian, that is an outcome that I never wanted to see happen. For many long days and nights, I prayed, asking the Lord for his guidance. I am thankful for the 5 beautiful children that we brought into this world and remain committed to raising them in a loving and safe environment. I ask that you please respect our privacy of our 5 children during this time. And by the way, I think the reason why the story broke the way that it did is because she posted on her Instagram that the surgery was a success. I believe that's what happened. And so based on that post, you know, good journalists are going to go, well, wait a minute. You just had a brain surgery and your husband's in St. Louis and you in Anaheim? Something is wrong here. And so it was a trigger to everybody. But I got to be honest with you, Al. I lost a little respect for him. I'm going, bro, that's so, like, okay, even if you hate her freaking guts, even if you like, I can't stand this heifer, and if y'all knew what she was doing to me behind closed doors, y'all would have been like, you should have left him a long time ago. I get it. You pissed. But, I mean, that's still your wife, bro. Like, I don't know. That's that's gangster, man. I don't know. How do you can't, even if y'all wanted to reconcile, I don't know how you would. I don't know how you would. Like, oh man, I don't get it. I don't get how you could love somebody for 22 years, have 5 kids with them, and then at the pinnacle of their most difficult situation, regardless of the hate that you have. I don't know. Well, again, I don't know the full scope of the story. So maybe there's some stuff that's going to come out on Albert's side and he'd be like, y'all know what this heifer did? She did X, Y, and Z, and I can't forgive her. And maybe that's where all this is. But I don't know. Mama Noise, what's your thoughts?
I think about that you got married because you wanted to spend your life with someone. And we quickly say those vows of better for worse, and better for worse goes by so quickly to get to sickness and health. But you get you still speed on past sickness and health to get to richer for poor. And so you really don't get a chance to let that sit in, because, okay, I'm sure whatever type of person she is now was the person she was after baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3, baby number 5. So you think that cutting out now at the height of your career, you figure, well,
but it's the end of his career.
I mean, but he's at the highlight, the type of stuff that you talk about in marriage, saying, man, I can't wait to that day when you get, you know what I mean? If your spouse is in some type of profession where you're saying, I'm just going to say like the Hall of Fame or like, you know, when you get your green jacket or you know, or when you get into, you know, rock and roll Hall of Fame or whatever, the highlight of your career. You talk about it in your marriage saying, you know, I look forward to seeing you get there, baby. You gonna make it. And then all of a sudden you get there. Now you want to talk about, appreciate you holding me down to get here. Now I'm out. After 22 years, I'm gonna leave you 5 children, brain surgery, and you need to start again with your old.
But again, I don't know why. He didn't say why. She hasn't obviously said why because she's not in a position to say why. But I don't know why. The why is what matters here. But even with the why, I just don't know if I could just not be there for you. I'm trying to think of the thing, or maybe I'll ask y'all, what is the thing that would keep you from showing up? Like, what could she have done? What could I have done, Mama Noise, that would make you not show up when I'm having a surgery to remove a cancerous brain tumor? Like, what would be that thing that I've done that was so bad? Because it can't be the divorce. Like, the divorce, that ain't enough for you not to show up, I don't think. If it's just irreconcilable differences.
The only thing that would keep me, as Mama Noise ponders, the only thing that would keep me is if there was infidelity and the person she was involved with was there as well. She chose to have that person by her side. That would be the only thing that would keep me.
Hey, man.
Don't you want the best for the mother of your children?
Yeah.
Why would you not want the best outcome? Why would you not want to take advantage of that moment to show your children what unconditional love is?
Yeah,
that even if the marriage didn't make it, we're showing y'all that us being together for the 22 years was legit.
Right.
We weren't together just because, like, and this is no shade on anybody else, but we're not just together because I hear a lot of married couples would be like, you know, we just waiting on these kids to get old enough. Wow. Okay, so you're trying to show the kids that this was, you know, we were legitimately together, and, you know, now that you're old enough to leave for college, now, you know, it hits the fan.
Your scenario makes a lot of sense, Al, and I'm glad you went first because you made me think about. Because I was sitting there thinking, I know adultery would be it, but I'm even in adultery. If you're not throwing the dude in my face, I might still show up. But then, like you said, if he's there,
he shows up and
right, he's there holding your hand and all that stuff. Well, then I'm probably not going to show up for that. Like you really have made your decision, and yeah, that's not something the old husband's supposed to be there for.
The old husband.
Well, wow. I'm just saying, and if that's where she's at, then maybe that's why he didn't show up. Maybe he's like, I gotta sit up here with your new boo and hold your hand. He on one side, I'm on the other. We ain't doing that. So I don't want to completely throw him under the bus, but I was just like, leaving this story like this, I don't know. I feel like I would have to say something. So I'm gonna ask you guys that. Would you out your ex just to kind of save face a little bit in this situation? Or would you just let it ride, be like, it ain't nobody's business, and let them think what they want to think about me? It don't matter.
If you got any class, you will.
Just let it be.
I mean, what do you really have to gain?
Right.
Other than embarrassing the kids. The kids already know what the deal is, but do you need to make it public what is really a family issue, private issue? You know, even though, like you said, what's done in the dark is going to come to the light. So, you know, if that person, if infidelity is the situation, if you keep watching long enough, you'll see, you know what really happened. But do you need to call a press conference and say, you know, just for the record, I was up in this hospital all by myself. My husband with his raggedy was gone to his baseball game while I'm up here by myself. Yeah, I got family, but 22 years, bruh, you could at least show it. I'm just saying.
But again, if it's what Al said, then I can understand why he wouldn't. Because that's an awkward situation. Like, you done moved on and you're in a whole nother relationship, and I show up trying to be there, be the supportive part of your support system. That's a lot.
Hell, man.
Yeah.
That sickness and health is something else, because I've said it myself at, you know, when we got married, and I've seen other couples that are married, but until here not too long ago, when Mr. Noiz's cousin, you know, had the challenge with her husband, and you know, in real time we watched, you know, her husband, she stayed with him. She, you know, crawled up in the bed. You know what? I just cannot imagine what was so wrong that you just can, you know, I've been married 23 years, and I just, you know, I just, it blows my mind, because when I saw her situation in real time, like I said, her and her husband passed away, but you know, he was doing a blog of his daily feelings and things like that every day. And man, you know, that I you know, you think you a strong person until you witness that type of
just say it. You think you're a strong person until you have to watch somebody die.
So you have to watch the one you love, and we've been in 23 years. So I you know, I'm just like floored.
Yeah, it's not that easy of a thing to do. I feel like there's a lot more to this story, but right now it's just like, ooh.
Feel like going on. So trials come.
Come on, preacher.
On every hand, I feel like going on.
That's what the song say. I feel like going on.
Mama Noise is confused.
You know
that
what?
song? Don't you know that song?
He did that on purpose.
Mama, do you know that song? Don't you, Mama Noise?
I've heard it before.
Not really.
Oh no.
5 heartbeats.
No, it wasn't that.
Like going on.
You got me nervous, Mama Noise, that you don't know that song.
Well, that's all you know.
I do know the song.
You haven't raised it right.
That's all your fault.
I remember they sung that song in that old church you brought me to back in Horse Cave.
Something that you embraced so much in your childhood and life. There's no reason why she shouldn't
Okay, but all you can do is introduce your family to the truth and the things. I can't force it down the throat.
Or
Hey,
you can get up on Saturday morning and blast it while you clean up.
They won't like that.
You do know a lot of us like a lot of the music that we like because Mama cleaned up to that music.
That's true. Okay.
I'm
sorry I'm raising you so poorly in the areas of gospel music.
Because I blast mine on Saturday morning.
Jasmine probably putting her AirPods in though.
She had to put them in real loud because I go pretty loud on Saturday morning.
What are we doing here, man? Are we giving Albert Pujols a pass or not?
Pass.
We ain't giving his tail a pass.
I think we might have to.
You, Jay, of all people, are giving him a pass?
Facts.
You, Jay, who said publicly that there should be no reason to ever abandon your marriage.
Ever.
With the exception of a couple.
I was just going to say that. I've never said that. Okay, but yeah. Okay.
So how dare he abandon his wife?
I mean,
22 years with 5 children.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just seeking clarity of your past without ridicule.
That before the grace of God goes I.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot say with clarity how my response would be if my wife cheated on me with John and now she's in the hospital and John's up there and I'm supposed to go up there and comfort her or whomever.
Right.
I tend to believe I would go up there if nothing else than to thank John for taking that snitch off my hands. I believe I would go up there and pat him on the back, say, good luck.
Would you be there for your children, to support your children?
With that crazy
Say that again for the people in the back.
Now you have to deal with that crazy summer.
Now crazy? Wait a minute.
No, hold on. Because Al brought in, he introduced.
Would you forgo that and be there to support your children as they anxiously await the outcome of the surgery of their mother, your soon-to-be ex?
Listen, full disclosure, I believe I would go because I saw that modeled in my life. My mother forgave and participated, even though that hole was still the hole that he was hoeing around with while he was married to my mama. She still participated in Thanksgiving. Oh yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean she participated in Thanksgiving? What do you mean?
Closed caption said, even though that hole, H-O-L-E.
Now you got Al looking at the
closed caption butchering it.
That's because I'm from Mississippi.
What do you mean? What do you mean she participated in Thanksgiving? What do you mean?
When we would gather as a family, my daddy would bring that hoe.
No.
And my mother would still participate.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Wait a minute, she would come sit down at the table?
Because she wanted us to forgive our daddy. Because there was a lot of hatred towards him. And you be quiet and listen. I tell you the damn story. I ain't gonna hold nothing back.
Well, I'm trying to wait a minute. Well, hold on, shit. It's too much.
Shit damn.
Shit hell.
Shit hell. That's it. Shit hell. Yeah.
Hell.
This requires a shit hell.
I'm hearing you say the words out of your mouth, but I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that this woman was sitting at your dinner table on Thanksgiving.
That hoe.
The hoe, that's fine.
Because my mother begged us to.
Whew. God, I had forgive.
Y'all didn't Will Smith that hoe?
Don't hold on to it. Forgive.
Ooh. And your parents stayed married until death?
No, they did divorce. He did not remarry until after she died because he said he never would.
This same hoe or this different
Same hoe.
that was coming to Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
This sounds like Meet the Browns. We talk about City Hole, Chicago Hole,
Mississippi hole.
nasty.
But there's a lot of holes in a lot of our lives. That
Well, clearly,
is that we get to pretend that they're not holes, but they holes.
Uh,
Come on, y'all.
Yeah, listen, you got my mind blown over here that y'all all fellowshipping like it's and we all just gonna sit around.
Listen to this. Until the day she died, we all fellowshiped because my mother begged us to. Until the day the lady died, my mother passed first. But when the lady died, her kids come calling me and wanted to put my name on the program.
You're like, no, that's a hoe.
I said at that point, I have pretended long enough.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Ain't no way I'm participating in that event. And I did not participate.
Well, I wouldn't be able to do that now. What you're not going to do is get me to come to the funeral of the woman that stole my daddy from my mama. No, we're not doing that.
And I told them, I said, don't put my name on that program. And they thought everything was hunky-dory because my mother begged us to.
Woo! I can't imagine. Baby, we having a guest for dinner. Mama, who we having? Well, we having a woman your daddy cheated on me with. The fuck? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry.
There was a whole lot of hatred. There was a whole lot of hatred.
Woo! Jesus.
A whole lot of hatred.
I don't know.
That hatred does you no good. And my mother saw that.
But this is beyond hatred, though. This is I don't know. I'm not.
Listen, they had both moved on. They had both moved on, and she didn't want us to resent him. She said,
"Al B and Mama Noise, could you have sat in these shoes that Jay occupies and just sat at the dinner table and been like, all is well?"
You know how many mixed homes have to do that?
But okay, it's one thing to leave and divorce legitimately and it's over.
They did that.
You don't love that.
No, they did that. They did that. They were divorced.
Yeah, but hold on, Jay. You've told us this story before. They did divorce, but they divorced on the backside of her doing what she did to your family.
Correct.
So that's what I'm saying. It'd be different if your daddy left your mama because of irreconcilable differences and then he moved on to somebody else. But that ain't what happened.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm built that way. I don't know if I'm built with.
At what point in the Bible does it say forgive but?
It don't say that. Listen, I didn't know we was having a biblical discussion.
Taught us forgiveness.
I didn't know we was having a biblical discussion. I thought we was having a slap hole discussion.
We're having a life discussion.
Okay. Well,
holding on to anything does.
I can forgive you. I can forgive you and not co-sign your decisions, though.
No, I can forgive you and still live a life that's respectable to my mother and to my dad, even though we disagree with him. And I think I told you guys the story when I pulled him over on the side of the road one time. I told him I disagreed with him and that I am the man that I am because of the man that you was. I refuse to be like you. So I aired my grievances.
No, you did good. I'm just don't know if I can sit up on it. So when y'all sat down and ate, did y'all like talk to her and stuff? Like, did y'all like talk to her regularly?
It was always.
Did you say like pass the peas hoe or?
You don't listen. You don't listen.
I'm just trying to understand where you was at.
It was always peaceful in that my mother prided herself in being a Christian. Above the fray kind of person, wouldn't get down in the mud with anybody. And she wanted us to do the same. She wanted us to walk tall and be proud of who we were, and to not get down in the mud with people. And that was difficult. Because I remember one time I was standing in church with my dad and the hoe. We went down to his mother's church. And we were standing up. I don't know if it was, altar call or some kind of prayer. You know how you get up in church and you stand up and you hold hands with your neighbors. And I was holding hands with my dad, and my dad was holding hands with the hoe. And my dad took my hand and tried to get me to hold hands with the hoe. In church.
And what did you do?
Some things were a bridge too far for me.
How old were you at this time?
When I snatched my hand back and looked at him and said, there is no way that I'm going to do that.
How old were you?
I don't remember how old I was, but I remember the event. I was probably, I don't remember, 18, 19 maybe. I'm sure I had come back from overseas or something. Maybe 19, 20, somewhere.
Oh man, that even gets me more respect for you, because you had learned the skills that could have taken her out, and you chose.
Right.
I have even more respect for you.
That's a lot, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's a lot.
Well,
your mama was a real Christian.
My point again is, I probably would go up to the hospital if my wife was there with a brain tumor in surgery. I would probably go up there, even though he is up there. In large part because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, spiritual wickedness.
High place.
And I refuse to be a fool for anybody, because my actions are because of my relationship with the eternal and nobody else. If my reaction were simply because of my interaction with people, I would not be married. Would have been gone a long time ago.
I feel you.
But because I made a promise to the eternal, then I continue to work at my marriage on a daily basis.
Let me just tell you, first of all, Mama Joyner is moved up on my hero list to she's in my top 10, because that takes a special kind of woman to say we're gonna honor the hoe. That's a lot to me. That's a lot.
So many women go through that. That ain't.
I don't know if they do, Jay. Not honor though, Jay.
They do.
Tolerate and honor are two different things. Your mama
honored. We didn't honor. We simply. She wanted.
Jay, she brought her to our house and had dinner.
No, she never came to my mom's house. We would meet.
Okay.
We would meet at my brother's house or my house.
Okay, so she wouldn't bring it to the house.
Mom's house. No, it was,
okay.
But the fact that she had enough Christ in her to sit and break bread.
There you go.
Woo! Jesus.
There you go. And that's exactly what it was, Albie. Because if she had sat back and said, I refuse to go, then we wouldn't have done the things that we did. We would have stood on her side.
So let me pivot the conversation. Because this reminds me of a conversation that I don't think any of us would mind bringing public, because it wasn't like a secret conversation or anything like that, but it was just an interesting conversation. Have you ever been in a room at the same time with two people that you've slept with? Why you leave the screen, Al? Al left the screen. Everybody leave the screen.
Yes, I have.
I have too. It's very awkward. But you just try not to. You try to act like it ain't happening. You just go, oh wow, this is.
It's even worse when it's a church.
I know the situation you're referring to.
It's even worse when it's a church.
Why you gotta do that? You don't have to do that. Why you doing that?
What?
Why you gotta say it's even worse for you in church?
It is.
I'm just saying. I asked you about your situation. I asked you about mine.
Why are you speaking up? I wasn't talking about.
Everybody know what you're talking about.
You know, Lloyd be telling on himself, and don't nobody even have that connection. He'd be like, volunteering.
Everybody on the screen know you ain't a church girl. So who you think they talking about? Who you think you talking about?
You know what, Lloyd? I had been in ministry for 20 years. Everybody know you ain't no church girl.
Yeah, but you've been married.
Thank
for
you, Al. We can't hear you because we can hear Mr. Noise.
She wasn't initially. You can't just throw a statement out there that she ain't a church girl. She
was not a church girl.
She wasn't, but she felt
right.
She found the Lord in our relationship, though. So
prior they were married, right.
So you can't. So obviously, you talking about me because prior to me, you wasn't in the church.
Right. Pre-marriage. Right.
No, I went to church and there was somebody there.
We ain't talking about Easter.
It wasn't Easter. Why are you trying to?
She's seeing me Baptist, Christian, Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter.
No, I didn't go on those days. It was too crowded. I would come in there night after the club, something like that.
It would be crowded. Sure.
Back then, it was crowded. I don't know if it's crowded now. Like next week, I don't know if it's gonna be crowded, but back then it was crowded.
Next week,
we got
the next. We got the next. Yeah.
And I wasn't getting ready to go out and buy no outfit. I was just like, look, I just come next Sunday.
They used to have to bring them folding chairs out and set them down the aisle.
Man.
Be so many people up
there. Be so many people. You be
extra chairs in the choir loft.
And let me speak for all church custodians, janitors. We hate Easter. Glitter everywhere.
Everywhere.
Can't get it out of the pews. Can't get it out of the carpet. We don't like Easter.
Why you put your baby in that?
Right.
I didn't want to come because I didn't want the pastor to say, "Nice to see Sister Clark this morning."
Yeah, when they got pastors that call you out.
Yeah. I said, I told you, Pastor Johnson.
I know.
Now he's Apostle Johnson and stuff, but he sure didn't have no problem. He did that because I was a Zeta. I think that's an
apostle. I thought he was Baptist.
No, but he done rose the ranks of where it's past pastor now. It's a something like superintendent, some.
But he would have to lead the nomination. They don't do superintendents and apostles.
Whatever the next level is of pastor in the Baptist.
Ain't no next level.
He's over some churches.
So he's a moderator.
Yeah, he's a moderator. But
I told you it was something else. I don't have all of the
district or
he's that guy now.
Right.
So he read back and then and I said, you know what? And then he saw.
Put his first name in the chat.
Hold on. I got it.
Oh, that
he he saw the Zeta on my truck. You know, I know you old funky old.
Wow.
So you want to call me out? That's why I set up. I can sit up at the top.
He allowed to balcony. He allowed to stand in the pulpit. About time you brought your ass in here.
That's true.
That's type preacher he is.
I'm in the balcony, trying to sit in the balcony. I'm trying to sit far away from and still get called out. Like,
who is Eric?
Oh.
I don't want to hear nothing else about it's me.
Fine, the cat's out the bag.
Boy, Jay Jordan, you did that on purpose.
See, I told you.
He's an asshole, but he's our asshole, and we love him. We love him. By the way, check and see what the closed caption said about me calling Jay an asshole. I'm just curious.
Oh, here you go. Let's see what he said.
Let's see what the closed caption.
I ain't on it anymore. Asterisk hole.
Asterisk hole. Right. No, I have had that unfortunate situation of no, they weren't in the church.
Well, you had 7 of them at the wedding.
Yeah, but it wasn't like what Mama Noise said. Mama Noise was under the impression.
No, I had the best man.
I'm gonna finish my statement.
You better tell it right.
I'll tell it what I want to
Better
tell.
not pause because that's gonna leave doors.
I know this apple will jump in there on the pause.
That is Zeta space.
I didn't slay any of them girls.
Look at you rolling your eyes around like you're trying to make.
No, because I'm thinking. I'm trying to think. There was really only one real. No.
Funky bond.
I'm telling you, Anthony Bruce need to be on here because he will say, "No, bro."
I didn't slay none of them girls. We dated, but I didn't slay them.
Them heifers came down front.
I slayed one, maybe 2.
Down front, amen into the wedding vows, Jay. Who amens to the wedding vows?
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
No, they was acting like they wanted you to know
people in support of your union.
That's right. They supported what we was doing, and they believed in the blessing.
No, they was trying to amen so that you would know they was there.
Oh, Mama Noise, your temperament.
You ain't got to follow through, Lloyd. I'm here. I'm finna interrupt it. Lord, Anthony Bruce said we was waiting on one of them helpers when he said, "Is there anyone that would?"
Anthony Bruce didn't want his name called out on this here podcast.
He's the best man, and he done spoke up.
Calling him out like now.
He said, "If there's anyone that has I don't know the words. If anyone who has a problem with this couple being married, I don't remember the exact words, but speak now, forever hold your peace."
I noticed that you pivoted to my situation, but you didn't answer the question. Have you ever been in a situation?
What?
Have you ever? The question was,
are rolling and blinking like they.
Have you ever been in a situation?
How you gonna stop right there?
Because I'm trying to give you time to think.
You didn't finish the question.
Where 2 people was in the same room that you may have dated.
I'm sure it's happened before.
That you may have known in a biblical way.
That you may have merged with.
We give
I was trying to soften it. They took it to the next level.
Let me see.
Stuttering.
I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have, because folks was kind of salty with me once I gave my life to Christ. They wasn't trying to come through or trying to be in the same or be in church, because that's all I was.
It was at church. It could have been anywhere. It could have been at a party. It could have been at a dance. It could have been at a restaurant.
But we didn't go to parties and we didn't go to dances.
So you just acting like you didn't have a life before me?
I'm saying after my life coming to Christ, I didn't really have that. I had a whole nother life.
I'm talking about before
things.
Have you ever been in the room with 2 people that you have connected with?
You know what? Okay, before we were married, yes, I do.
That's what we saying.
Okay, I do remember. I'm thinking now. When you think I'm thinking of my Greek life. Yes, I do remember now.
Okay,
I do remember that.
And it's awkward. It's a very awkward situation.
It wasn't awkward to me because it was trash, so it wasn't awkward for me.
Oh shit! Damn.
Both of them.
But I told you that.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, but I know you just said it publicly. Both of them were trash.
Oh my Lord.
It was a waste of time. It was like, dag. You know what? You could have kept it to yourself.
Okay. Let's move on.
Guys don't want to hear about those situations where nobody was trash.
I know, but I just,
that's
but
painful.
I told
that's painful to us.
And then when I told you, you was like, wow. Okay, well,
he was trash. I was like,
you asked the question.
Daniel Bell is correct. It could have been a lunchroom line in high school.
Could have been.
True.
A lunchroom line.
Well, for his situation, and he talking about your situation.
Yeah, I mean, you knocked on more than one girl in high school, I hope. No.
Why you hope? Why you hope though? That was
Danny Bell is just hitting them in the lunchroom line.
You know what, Danny Bell? He is a peculiar.
He's saying He could have been standing to a lunchroom line. There was a
Two of
girl in
us
front
there.
of him. And a girl
Okay. I thought he was just knocking them out
No.
right there in the lunchroom line.
He was like, one is getting tater tots and one is picking up her tray, and it just happened to be in line.
Right. One of them getting the square pizzas, and either
Right.
way.
They just
Wow.
happened to show up at the same time.
Unbelievable.
It can be awkward.
It wasn't awkward to me. It all depends on who it is.
It happened to me every Sunday in church.
Well,
Now,
for
see
you, I
that
believe
right there. That.
Were they singing in the same section of the choir?
See, you know what?
Same sex. Oh, were they in the same? Oh, what?
Yeah, in the same section of the choir. Like they're both altos.
That's a good point. Alto section, yeah.
You just running through the choir.
He turned. The director turned to the altos, and they looking at each other like,
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of it like that, but you are correct.
I was just asking questions,
I guess my note ain't the only thing you own.
Wow. Jay just.
Oh my goodness. That's why you got to be careful in your youth.
Yeah.
It will catch up with you.
Careful of what? Careful of
Your
what?
youth. Well, who you be with? You don't want to listen. You don't want to slay somebody at the prom, and then at the reunion, you show up with your wife and introduce the person you slayed at the prom to your wife. That ain't a good look. That's a weird look.
Well, my wife knows everything.
I was great. I told.
So at this point, your wife expect to run into somebody.
I wouldn't introduce my wife to anybody, and my wife not know I knocked it off on it.
Because she might have a straight razor in her bag.
What do you?
I refuse for my wife to ever be in the dark, and that's the God honest truth.
That is true for me too. We probably talk more than we should, but we do talk about it because to me, I don't want the awkwardness. I don't want that we showed up and she's shaking her hand and we done had some situation.
Right.
And you,
and I don't want no snitch. I said snitch. I didn't say that other word.
Well, thank you.
I don't want no snitch looking at my wife sideways talking about I know something you don't know. Ain't nobody got nothing up on my wife.
that's actually not true. My wife does know something that you know. You both know.
What?
You both know.
He confused me, but anyway.
I know. I'm confused too.
Jay, all people, you shouldn't be confused.
I'm totally transparent with Mr. Noise. I tell him when an ex-boyfriend or something shows up in the chat, even here on Talkin Noise.
Yeah, we've actually had that happen. So technically, Mama Noise, you have had somebody show up in the same place that I showed up.
Oh, well.
It was right here on this show.
Well.
Could you greet that person? Could you greet that person with love and respect?
Hell no. I'm sorry. This mic is hot, isn't it? Oh, let me put this mute button back on.
You said hell no, Mama Noise? Did you mean
I'm going to greet him with love?
Did you mean hell no, or was it more like
Hell no, can't do that.
Yeah, that's right.
It was the second one? Okay.
Yeah, it was that one because that was not gonna be up here talking about. Well, come right on in, have a seat.
I agree.
That's old. That's old. That's history.
Okay.
I've greeted exes with the love of the Lord.
Do you? This is a serious question. Do you hate your past?
That's a good question right there, Jay Jones.
I don't know if I love it. I don't love it. Matter of fact, that's probably the reason why my poor children, when they come and sit in the bedroom, they just come and sit on the floor because they know I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna talk to them, and I'm gonna end up talking. But I'm not just talking to be talking. I just don't want them to make the mistakes I made.
Well, here's irony for y'all right here. Y'all ready for irony of this conversation? Timing of this conversation. Breaking news: Will Smith faces more humiliation as Jada Pinkett Smith's ex-lover, August Alsina, references the entanglement affair in a new song and tell-all book about their sex life. Or it's set to write the tell-all book about their sex life.
Oh, that's just fluff then. He ain't wrote it.
He gonna write it? You don't think somebody could get dude several millions of dollars for that book?
And what everybody needs to do is to ignore that mother.
I'm saying because
They're not.
He gonna put another song out. He trying to ride this wave.
Who turns away from the train wreck? Nobody.
I do. I actually don't want to see.
I don't either.
I'm not gonna read it. I'm definitely not gonna read it.
Have you ever been in bumper to bumper traffic, and I mean it's almost a parking lot, and then when you get up, there's nothing stopping your lanes of traffic, but the accidents in the opposite direction. Everybody rubbernecking. That's how they are going to be with that book. Everybody's going to be rubbernecking that book.
Yeah, but you don't. You may see the damaged car, but no one. I shouldn't say no one. That's not true. I don't want to see an accident take place.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
that one.
Right. You're not.
I don't want to see that.
You're not. We're witnessing the wreckage.
Well, no, I mean
the accident already took place back when he was whopping around in the cabana.
Well, I think Daniel Bell hit it right on the head. He beat me to it. I think if this happens, I think they can't survive that.
Not another hit.
I don't think they can survive
that. Go around slapping, you know.
He can't slap the entire world.
No.
But I agree, Jay. I will not give it any traction. I will not buy this book.
No.
Will got to ask yourself one very fundamental question. Y'all not going to like what I'm going to say, but I'm just going to say it.
Oh.
How does he want the latter parts of his years to unfold?
I hope he wants the latter part of his years to unfold with his family intact. And don't allow some low moral Negro to destroy your marriage.
But that's not what's destroying his marriage.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's not what's destroying his marriage. What's destroying his marriage is his constant having. His marriage right now is the girl who willingly lays down and ties herself to the train track over and over again to be rescued. How many times do I do it? If you're willingly, she is the problem. She's the problem, Jay. She's the problem. You can't help somebody that don't want to help herself. You slapping your hand, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. You can't help somebody that don't want to help themselves.
Yeah, I think the destruction of his family is internal.
I mean, you throwing your hand at it, but ain't everybody's saying the opposite of what you throwing.
I mean, it's a bunch of bullshit, what it is.
How is it bullshit? I'm saying.
Listen. I pray for the man's strength.
That's a different thing.
Oh. I pray for the man's strength. I'm pulling for him. If I ever see him, I'm going to give him the biggest hug I can give him, tell him how I honor him.
Same here.
As a man. To allow, one of the problems with Hollywood is there's so much lights, camera, action on your life. Most of our lives, to a degree, are just as not the open relationship, but most of our lives, to a degree, are just as messed up as theirs. It's just no light, camera, action. He has a platform where he can truly show black men, love your wife.
Oh.
I know it's not easy. I know you taking one for the team. I get that. But we take one for the team every day in our lives as men. There's so much more I could have if I didn't spend the money that I spend on my child. I could be riding around in a Maserati right now. But I'm not, because I take one for the team.
And
Consistency is more important than my happiness.
And while I appreciate what you're saying, that really to me has nothing to do.
It's more important than his happiness.
But that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
But his
that has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Teach us.
He is doing everything. He's
that woman.
You missing it, Jay.
To learn how to do it.
You are missing it. He is doing everything he's supposed to do. He's trying. The nigga is literally slapping niggas on stage in front of everybody. He's doing everything that he's supposed to do.
Yeah, I want to slap you right now.
I want to slap you back. We'll slap it. We slap it. We slap it is what we doing. But that is not the point. The point is not what he's doing. What is she willing to do to meet him there?
Ron, your definition of miserable is very subjective. We don't know what that really means. Don't stand on miserable.
He literally went on the stage and slapped somebody on the biggest night of his professional life. You don't think that's misery?
What's your definition of a miserable marriage? We're going to break this shit down here today. We're going to help somebody. What's your definition of a miserable marriage?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I think a miserable marriage, I've never defined it until this very moment. So let's do it now.
Because it's very hard to do. Go ahead on.
I don't know if it's hard. I just never have said it out loud.
Let's try.
I think a miserable marriage is one where you are committed to the problematic areas of your marriage all by yourself. And I think that's where Will is. I think he is fighting a fight. I'm just, you asked me my opinion, be quiet.
Yes, you're right.
It looks like Will is out here fighting this fight for his marriage and his family on one leg.
Will ain't no motherfucking victim.
I didn't say what. Hold on. First of all, stop putting words in my mouth. I didn't say he was a victim. What I said was,
you're trying to make him out to be.
No, I'm not. I'm saying he's out here fighting this. Listen, Will chose this life, so I can't call him a victim.
Thank you.
But it appears he's fighting this by himself. He's fighting to keep a family and a marriage together, and she's out here fighting for her career.
We've all been guilty of that at some point or another. We didn't recognize it as such. We didn't recognize it as such. We all been married to somebody that was stubborn and wouldn't do exactly what we wanted them to do, the way we wanted them to do it, how we wanted, as when we wanted them to do it. It took them a little time to come around.
Therein lies my definition of a miserable marriage.
Okay,
a marriage that has zero compromise. She's not willing to budge. He's not willing to budge, whatever the case may be. But a marriage with zero compromise, to me, would be miserable.
This feels miserable. I can't imagine. And guess where she wants to solve the problem at? At the red table.
At the red table.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Even you, Jay, said he was out of character. So something that would cause him to be out of character, wouldn't that be miserable? Something that forces you out of character? No?
It's a tough situation.
I struggle with the whole miserable thing because I'm not a Negro. God knows this is the God honest truth. I'm not a Negro that seeks happiness. I'm just not looking for it. Because if I start looking for it, I will become addicted to it. I will always seek happiness.
Is there anything you seek?
I have a problem with, well, I do seek understanding. I do seek peace.
But those are your happinesses.
No,
You just don't classify them as that.
No. My happiness is about me, not about the whole. If I did what made Jay happy, I probably wouldn't be married. Because I got some things that'll make me real happy right about now.
Uh-oh.
But I ain't gonna do it.
That in Mississippi there.
What is that? You're not gonna do her? Is that what I heard?
I ain't gonna do it.
It or her?
Well, shit, hell. I got some stuff that can make me happy.
Sure.
We all have vices that we could grab a hold of that'll make us happy, but we're not looking for happiness.
But in Will's case, I think that same thing is true. I think it is. I don't know. It's hard to say another man's situation, but again, this is having glanced at the book, having heard, being somewhat familiar with his own words. It just feels like this brother is trying to help this thing resolve to a good place. And he can't get it there because he's out here by himself. Like, again, I can't say he's a victim because, nigga, you chose this. You said you wanted. Listen, you walked into this marriage knowing that woman was deeply in love with Tupac. So we ain't talking about a situation where you didn't know what the circumstances were. You Rhett Butler out here. She was loving Ashley, and you wanted to marry anyway because you thought you could make her happy and show her a better life, whatever. So I can't really say you're a victim. But my God, man, I don't know what else the brother can do. I just don't know what else he can do. She said she wanted an open marriage. He gave it to her. He said she wanted to raise the kids a certain way. He did that. He said she wanted to everything he's asked her to do, or she's asked him to do, he's done. Up to and including slapping a nigga in the face on live TV. I mean, I don't know what else. How much? I just think a man has a capacity, Jay, and he can still love her, and even support her. But he, for his own mental health, he might need to get out, man. I don't know, bro. That's a lot. It's a lot, Jay. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I bet you there are some people in listening land that believe you have put up with a lot, Mr. Noiz.
No question about it.
Mrs. Noiz.
No question about it.
I'll be, including me. We all put up with something.
But not in public, though.
Yeah, but see, that comes with the territory that they're in. And I don't know how I would handle the public portion either.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I would say this. I will fight for my marriage to the day I die. And it's not perfect. It's not perfect. I believe in my heart. I go to bed sometime at night and I say to myself, self say, huh?
Yourself really talking to you.
When my wife get to heaven, the good Lord gonna ask my wife, fool, didn't you know what you had in a man? He gonna ask my wife that question. I gave you a man. Did you not know what you had in a man?
Oh my.
Many of us are in that same situation. We don't know what we have in a spouse because we're too busy looking at the negative.
I tell our daughters at every opportunity I get, I tell them, man, your father is absolutely amazing. He's a brilliant man. I'm so grateful to God that he brought him into my life and that he's not just my husband, but he's a father to our kids. He's not just that man.
Talk reckless.
That man that just sits in front of the TV and don't have nothing to do with them. He is always engaged with our children, always knows what's going on in their lives, always a listening ear, always. I am tremendously blessed.
Mama Noise, you could sell us on all the good, but there are negatives too.
Oh, there are. He got some challenges.
Too many of us focus on the negatives.
He's got challenges, and they know that as well. They know that there's some challenges, but then the same goes for me. They know wonderful things about me, but they also know that I have some challenges.
Oh, she froze up.
Oh.
We'll wait till she comes back. But Ron said, I will only fight as long as we both are fighting. If she stops fighting, we are done. I will not fight alone.
Well, then, Ron, you are in the perfect situation for you.
You muted, Al. You muted. You want to finish, Mama Noise?
Yeah, you froze up. We didn't hear your last 2-3 minutes.
Well, yeah. I was just saying that she said we are an anomaly, and I said, well, I'm saying that, huh?
Who is she?
Azaria.
Yeah, Azaria said, you have to go back further than that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Azaria said, you know what? I want to tell you, Mom, you and Dad, you guys are an anomaly. I said, well, okay, but my prayer is that you marry an anomaly. Hananiah, you marry an anomaly, because I just believe that we both know that each other's got flaws and stuff. We knew that from the beginning. We knew it going in.
Right.
But we made a decision before we got married. We said, man, if I ever get married, because of what I've seen, I want to get married and make a decision from the beginning that divorce is not an option. Before.
Okay, but let me ask you a question, Mama Noise. And then I know you had something you wanted to say, so I'm going to jump right back into you as well. Would it have been much harder to work out all of the stuff we worked out if we had to do it in the public eye? Do you think we could have? Do you think we had the maturity to make it through all that we endured?
Wow, what a
if we had to do all of that in the public eye?
Wow.
I would say yes.
Really?
Absolutely yes. It was already, to me, an example of that was because I felt like the guy was telling us we needed to raise up and get out of Louisville, because if the way the trajectory we were trying to go in for our marriage, we could not have started right there where everybody is accessible. I feel like where my mom was accessible, your mom was accessible, everything was so accessible. I think that we needed to be uprooted and placed somewhere else to give. It's like a brand new plant. It can't grow right there in the same soil with something else. It's got to be picked up and put in some fresh soil. And I felt like that's what we needed to do. And that helped us where we went through all of the stuff we went through ourselves. It wasn't, my mom and them saying, is everything all right over there? I noticed. It wasn't all that. It was just he and I and our child, Azaria at the time.
But that's what I'm saying. Being able to do it privately helped tremendously.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying having TMZ at your house every day, or at every restaurant you go to, or your movie set that you're on, having Black Twitter talk about you like a dog, or talk about me like a dog, or call me soft and weak and all that.
I have Lloyd Spence's ex here that says he XYZ. Go ahead, tell us tell us about him. Well, I guess he with her, and you like, okay.
No, that's That's CBD oil.
CBD oil.
She got that weed.
It's not. It's CBD oil.
It's weed.
Anyway, the point is that when you in the limelight all the time, you got somebody to say, I remember from back in the day.
But that's what I'm asking you.
Like J.J. Johnson.
But that's what I'm asking you. Do you think we could have survived all that we went through?
It's the grace of God. It's the grace of God. And I think God's grace knew we needed to get,
Are you not understanding the question? The question is,
I think it makes it so much more difficult in the public eye because you subject yourself to other opinions. It's no different than me and my wife taking our problems to our mamas and sisters and brothers. Now you've introduced others' opinions, and that makes the relationship even more difficult. So to put it in the public, to broaden
the scope of the opinion,
the scope, the magnifying glass, makes it even that much more.
Is that what you were trying to say, Mama Noise?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I apologize. I thought you didn't understand the question. I did not understand the question. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
There's a song that says there's no greater love than the
Whoa,
love.
come on. There is no greater love. I'm sorry. That's a classic, man.
There is no greater
Who sings that?
love.
There is no
Greater love. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Get all three parts, Jay.
I don't know what is happening.
There's no greater love than the love that God gives to us.
No, I haven't heard that verse.
That's weird. I just made those. It's not how that song goes.
That's actually, you should know that song because that's by Keith Pringle.
That's not how the song goes.
Who is that?
How much you want to bet?
The song goes, no greater love than a man
will lay down his
life for a friend. I don't know what version.
You know that JB adding lyrics. I don't even know why you even have this argument.
Because he be having that argument talking about you should know that. I do know that.
You should know. I'm gonna play it for you in a minute. But anyway, I believe that there's no greater love than for a man to love his wife. Many of us like to say that God gave me my spouse when everything's going well.
Oh.
Did God give you that spouse when everything's not going well?
Yeah, man.
Again,
that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the fight. That's the stick-to-itiveness.
Listen, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying. The challenge that I think Will is having is twofold. Number one, he is doing that. He's trying to stick with this woman against the second challenge. He's got the world raging. Nigga, he got ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox News, ETV, every podcast, every social media site. Everybody is weighing in on his situation. And the third and most difficult part of what I'm saying is it feels like, it looks like he's fighting alone.
And we need to have his back as Black people because they're on the verge of pulling a Bill Cosby without sending him to jail. They trying to destroy that nigga.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying, and I don't disagree with that. He needs our support more than he needs our criticism. I just wonder, is he built for this next phase? Because he's not the guy. He has not proven to us societally that he's the guy that can handle this part of it. He's always been the I want to be liked guy. He's always been the I want to be loved guy. Oh, look at Fresh Prince. Oh, look at Bad Boys. Oh, look at my album. Oh, look at this. He's that guy. Well, now he ain't going to be that guy for the next 4 years. He going to be the, damn, Will, what you doing? Damn, your wife is ratchet. Man, your kids are crazy. Man, you're this. Man, you're that. And he would argue, well, we have been that all along, but not to the level that he's about to be. Because they're about to pull out they already started. They've already started going back, getting all the internet receipts, all the VHS tapes, all of this, all of that. Somebody pulled up an old Arsenio Hall clip where he was on there in 91. He was talking about bald-headed women. I'm like, bruh, he was 20 when he said that statement. Who did say stupid, dumb stuff when they were 20? So I don't know.
They pulling up everything on him that has to do with a slap of any kind.
And I'm just saying, I just think it's going to be hard for him to fight for that woman and fight alone. She got to get in the fight with him. You muted. You muted.
You don't know how supportive she is behind the scenes. I just sent you a video. You can apologize for saying I changed the words of a song all the time. You can forward that to Al B so he can hear it. You can forward to Mama Noise too, because she's probably never heard it.
What?
Let me see this song. This probably ain't the same song that we was talking about. You just went and found a song to co-sign.
I said Keith Pringle.
Al, we can't hear you. We need you to weigh in.
It is a different song. This is No Greater Love by Keith Pringle and the Pentecostal.
Exactly. That's what I said it was. Keith Pringle.
Well, we were singing a different No Greater Love.
Right.
I understand. And I know that version too, but I was talking about this one. Okay. All right. So y'all can apologize now.
His version is trash.
You crazy as hell, you is.
You is?
Keith Pringle was one of the most
I didn't say Keith Pringle's trash. I said his version of No Greater Love is trash.
You found up like Keith Pringle was trash, Lloyd. Huh? I can't hear you.
Oh, I know this version.
Yeah, you should.
It's not the same version.
Okay, but
that we were talking about. But
what I said was correct. That the love God gives to me, there's no greater love.
Okay. We'll let you have it.
You have no other choice. I was right.
Well, I mean, you worked to get right. You
There's
definitely
no
worked hard.
love than a man that would love his wife to the very end. Lord, you have said over the years, back in the day, since you always try to remind me of what I say, like my
reminded, yes,
my shit changes.
Yeah,
you have said over the years, back in the day, that love between a man and a woman is unconditional.
Yeah. I don't change that statement either.
Mm-hmm.
But you just
I'm not sure what that has to do with what I said about Will. Though.
Walk away from his marriage. That's what you said.
Listen.
Make up
no. Two things can be true.
Mm-hmm.
Love can be unconditional, and a man can be weak enough. Hold on. A man can be weak enough to not be able to sustain the pressure that it takes to fight through all of that. Listen, I'm telling you, man, that dude is in a bad spot. Mentally and emotionally. Anytime you can't disagree because we literally just watched that ninja stand up on the stage and smack the shit out of somebody. You can't disagree when the facts are staring you in the face.
We all have moments. We all have moments.
No, we don't have smack a nigga in the face on live TV moments.
I almost slapped my wife the other day, and I'm not even a slapper.
Listen, but you didn't slap your wife in the middle of the church service. That's the difference.
Where I slapped her, I almost slapped her.
It does matter. It does. No, stop.
And she got a razor in her bag.
It does matter where you slap her. If you slap her in the closet in your house with nobody looking, nobody's looking. But if you slap her in the middle,
you know that you were out of character to slap her. You know you were out of character.
Listen, you're not listening. You didn't listen, Linda. Listen. Where the slap occurs matters.
Goddamn Linda.
See,
where the slap occurs matters.
It matters.
If you slap her in the closet when ain't nobody looking, yeah, you out of character and it's wrong, but don't nobody know but the two of y'all. But if you slap her in the middle of the shops of legacy, everybody saw it. It's on camera and it's being replayed 1,000,000 times.
That's because you too busy worrying about folks and what folks think. Remember, you made a promise to God. That's who your alignment should be. If you slap her in the dark or in the public, you was wrong as 4 left shoes.
But that promise to God was to love, honor, and obey. She is not honoring him. With her foolishness.
Because she had an entanglement?
Partly.
I mean, I think it's all of it.
Where does it she has an undevoted love with a dead man?
Still, to this day. It's a lot, man. I'm just saying.
But to your credit, Jay, even as a divorced man, I am not an advocate of him divorcing Jada. I am an advocate of Jada getting her shit together.
I watched a movie with Jada last night on HBO.
Which one was that?
I've never seen it before, but
You watch what now?
a movie with Jada last night. I had never seen it before. It's a black movie.
Woo.
3 or 4.
What is it?
Woo.
Jason's lyric.
Jason's Lyrics.
Oh, you watched that?
Wait.
That's my first time ever
Wait.
seeing it.
Wait.
I bet you
wait.
did.
First time.
Last
And you may
night,
watch it again.
you are yesterday's years old, seeing Jason's lyric.
53. It just saw it last night.
And you watched that old nasty movie.
You as bad as Charlotte Kane.
You know, let me say this. Jada is a pretty ass woman.
Oh, now here it comes.
The trap.
She's a very attractive young lady. She ain't so young no more. But
I don't know what is happening.
what happened?
It sounds like somebody got blocked.
Yeah, it's a troll.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you coming in and sharing your thoughts.
Appreciate you. So now,
Get your words out of here.
deuces. You out this piece.
Keep talking. Y'all good. Carry on. All right. What were you saying?
Anyway, that was a good flick. I kind of enjoyed it.
I bet you did.
To hear, I mean, why are you saying that, Mama Noise?
You
Because she
know
rolled around in the
exactly
grass
what
with
I'm
her ass
saying.
going.
That's one of the nakedest movies she's got.
Well, I didn't see her naked.
Right, I was just saying he fell asleep during that part. Y'all,
Well, then you missed
now
it.
you gotta go back and rewatch it.
Listen, Albie, what you can't do is have cameras in my bedroom because I damn sure fell asleep on it. But it was a good flick, the parts I saw.
Well, okay.
I swear for goodness, I didn't see no naked parts.
Well, one of the reasons, because back in the day when it first came out, there was a unedited version.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, Mama Noise. You drifting off.
No, I'm just saying that particular movie, and it's not off topic. He just said, you know what? That's
If I asked you about the unedited version, the only reason you brought up the unedited version is it's one of your favorite movies.
Is it one of your favorite Mama Noise?
Yes.
That was not one of my favorites.
Yes, it was.
It was one of the videotape. I had a videotape of it. That's all.
Alan Payne had his little naked ashy ass out.
Well, that was a nice.
The only reason I tolerated because Jada had her titties out. That was it.
Well, see, then there was everybody got what they, it was a joint effort. We was like, wow, this is not what I expected to see. I mean, they
Why did you bring that up in the first place, cuz?
Because he's saying he busy watching Jada.
You said them breasts is worth fighting for? Is that what you said?
He said he just told everybody to watch HBO.
He's like,
Go
she's a
see it.
beautiful woman.
He's
So like,
yes.
put that in your
Right.
rotation.
Like that.
So Jay, you gonna
What are y'all talking about?
what?
Shit, hell.
Jay,
Why did you bring that up? Why did you bring up the movie?
Because we were talking about Jada. I had never seen it before.
That was your squirrel moment.
that was it.
That was his squirrel moment.
Just because you never seen it before.
Oh, Jesus.
Mama knows I didn't see not one naked scene. I promise you. I didn't see
But
not one naked scene.
you kept going, that is a beautiful woman. Yes, she is.
Did you close your eyes during the naked scenes?
I was asleep.
But see, now what he did was go on to his HBO page and say, rewatch. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and past all the other nonsense and get to the part I slept through.
Is she naked?
Yes. A lot.
I didn't see it. The parts I saw was when he was trying to get her. He was trying to woo her, and
Yeah.
he gave her a rose, and he was asking her out, and they would stand up on the train track and talking and looking over the city. And then I kind of zoned out there and went to sleep, and I came back when they was up in the house, and his brother came up in there shooting, killing everybody, and then shot her.
Well, it's on Thursday.
I kind of missed the middle part.
Yeah, it's on Thursday again, before your bedtime. So, which is 7.
Al, you already checked the time?
I'm just trying to help him out so he can catch.
I'm not good with
the
movie.
full movie. Well, this is early in the day. This is about 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
What you gotta get it on the time zone? It ain't on the app.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Okay, I was getting ready to say now. Wait a minute, you gotta wait till Thursday.
Well, Mama knows I don't do technology like that. I don't know how to be finding stuff.
Baby, come help your daddy, baby.
Don't come on HBO. Don't come on HBO. I probably ain't gonna watch it.
No, you
don't
don't.
watch Netflix too. I shouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They put the title there, so you don't have to work that hard for that.
That's true. That's very helpful.
Jay, you just sounded older than you ever have on this show just now. I can't work that old cable.
I am old.
Cable.
I am old.
You're 53.
I'm proud of it, though. I'm proud of it. I'm happy.
You are not old.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
Well, if you want to be old, go ahead.
Exactly, because I have a very old. Ain't nothing out there in them streets, but for me, so I'm old.
How do we get to the streets?
Well,
I don't know.
What's the point of being young? What you want to prove you still got it? I ain't got it, and I don't want it.
You ain't got it, and you don't want it.
Shit gone.
I don't know what
and
may not be
yes,
it,
I am in the chat. Danny Bell, you can go ahead. Ain't nobody listening.
We already put that up. Why?
I wanted
in the chat.
I wanted to comment
to the show.
I wanted to comment on it. You don't fuss at Jay about going in the chat.
I didn't, but this wasn't even in the chat. I put it up on the screen.
Up.
Can't stand you. Can't stand you.
Oh, Jay, go ahead, Jay. Al, go ahead, Al. Oh, you got a good point there.
How do you fight for somebody that won't fight for you, Jay?
I am never in the chat.
What?
Ever. I'm always defending you being in the chat.
Right.
He said, I know that I ain't supposed to be in the chat, but
I go in the chat because sometimes he moves too slow. He be multitasking.
It's called production. I do be multitasking.
We ain't got time for that. We need to get in the chat because people be saying some real shit.
Need to have real-time dialogue. Is that what you're saying, Jay?
Right.
Yeah, like earlier when it was Jay.
And listen, I honor the noisemakers for taking the time to put what their thoughts.
As do I.
Damn it, put it up.
By the way, to pivot just a little bit, because this nigga's off the chain today. It appears based on the research that we've talked about that we will have an announcement on maybe Thursday. So there you go. Many of the noisemakers have chimed in, and we have a very, very significant announcement on Thursday.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Can you see what he's saying, Mama Noise? Daniel Bell is saying it's the truth. LOL.
I'll talk to you after the show.
Lol.
Let me call Teresa.
What? I'm just saying.
Tell her you over here fussing at me, talking about my documents.
You are. You know what? I never thought you'd become this woman, dude. But you know what? I got you to watch The West Wing, so I guess it changes.
Every last one of them.
Yeah, you did.
And in continual rotation.
Yeah. Change is good.
I mean, I could be watching something else. Like hip hop.
That's true. That's why I can't really complain.
Ratchetness. I don't watch Housewives.
That's why I don't complain, Mama.
Sometimes you have to be patient to change the color.
What do you say, Cuz?
Sometimes you have to be patient to change the color.
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm a blessed man because she don't watch the Love and Hip Hop shit or the Real Housewives shit or none of that shit. She don't watch none of that. So if you watching the documentary is really not the problem. It's me having to hear about every one of the documentaries that is the challenge. Like some of them are interesting and others are like, ooh, just get through it. Just get through it. Mama, that's true.
Do you try to watch TV with your wife, Mr. Noiz?
Great question. So we do try to select some shows that we will watch together. And we have found a few, not a lot, a few. Because she likes a lot of forensic science type stuff, like CSI and FBI and all that kind of stuff. I don't really that.
Is it because of her disdain for black people?
A little bit.
That man said disdain for black people.
Mama, no, you know we're just kidding.
Lloyd says all the time she don't watch black shows.
She don't like watching a lot of black shows.
Don't be listening to him.
You don't.
Did you put a real number on it? Oh boy, I was going to say.
I don't even try to watch TV with my wife. The only thing she and I even come close to try to watch together is porno. We watch some porno together. Other than that,
22 minutes.
Just curious. Now I'm just curious. And the noisemakers are as well. What's your preference? Just FYI.
No, we're not curious. No, we're not curious.
No, we have to listen.
No, we're not curious.
I was just wasn't scared to ask.
What the hell?
Wow.
It's difficult to watch TV with my wife because she loves all those Murder She Wrotes and
that's Mama
shoot
Noise.
this and she killed him this way and criminal this and criminal that. I don't
try to get away with murder. She tried to tell you something.
None of that shit.
But you know what? I started watching How to Get Away with Murder because she suggested it, and I was like, well, maybe she tried to tell me something. So I need to watch this and just make sure I know all the secrets, just in case you try to pull something.
I hate all of it.
Snapped.
Really?
That's what the joke was, Mama Noise. Come on now, you knew that.
I done told you about that.
Okay.
And then on Sunday morning, she told that Joel Osteen shit. I don't want to see that.
You don't like Joel?
Oh, no. I don't watch that shit.
Joel is so positive, though.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Guys, God loves it so much. He wants you to best life.
Because everything Joel done said it to my wife, I already said it. She just didn't listen to me, but she want to listen to him. I want to hear that shit.
Is it because he's white?
Because Joe don't have a plethora of concubines that were slayed under the baptismal pool.
Wow.
What you shouldn't do is take advice from somebody that's never been through something. You should listen to somebody that has a story.
How you know Joel ain't got no story?
Joel's story is his daddy gave him the church. That's all he got.
Player. He's got some gangster in him. That money didn't get in them walls by itself.
That's the only story Joel got. He tell it every Sunday. His daddy gave him the church.
Listen, you got to go with what you've been through.
Trying to get the compact center. Back when we was trying to get.
You got to go with what you've been through. You draw on your own experiences.
You don't know my story.
My wife and I don't watch TV together until we turn on the porno.
What's your preference? Just out of curiosity.
Debbie Does Dallas.
Jason's lyric.
You so old. That's the oldest thing. You know what? Just when I think you just said the oldest thing you can say on this show, you double down. Debbie Does Dallas.
1972.
Goodness gracious. Could you at least get some porn that's not in black and white?
I just like porn that has staying power.
Does that have staying power?
It got staying power to me.
I looked on Netflix. I didn't see it in the top 10, so I don't know what you're talking about staying power.
Ah, Jesus, why? You asked Lloyd. So.
I did. I really did. And he didn't disappoint. I'll be honest with you. He didn't disappoint at all. Goodness gracious. I don't even know where to go after this.
So is that why you left Mississippi and went to Dallas?
You was like, shit, I got to get
trying to find Debbie.
He's like, I got to get to Dallas. This is amazing.
Hell. I have lived in more cities than I can count, just about.
If I can make it there, I can make it anywhere.
Mississippi was my starting point, and Dallas just happened to be my ending point. But I have lived in a lot of places.
Oh yeah, because you were Colorado at one point
in the ARMY. Yeah, and then even when we got out of the Army, we were so used to moving, we just kept moving. You know, that works real well. When you don't pay your rent, just move.
For more life lessons, tune in tomorrow.
Just move.
Just move. Oh, Jesus.
This has been an amazing show today. I just saw something pop up on my screen. I'm trying to check the validity of it.
You always multitask with that screen.
Well, it's because that's what you do on a show that you're producing in real time.
Mama knows TV up on the wall.
What?
I just don't understand whatever that little song is y'all had all of a sudden done showed up in my news feed.
Well, because Big Brother's always listening, Mama knows.
Talking about what is that, greater or something?
Keith Pringle, No Greater Love.
I'm saying I did not ask for that information. So no, it says somebody else is singing it. Lloyd's old favorite artist,
Fred,
Chrisette Michelle.
Oh, there's a bunch of different artists.
I don't know that version.
Kirk Franklin got a version.
Her and
Amy, what was the white Amy Wynette? What's that white rock?
Winehouse?
Yeah, she got a No Greater Love. Fred Hammond got a No Greater Love.
Listen, everybody might not be singing about the same type of love, but No Greater Love.
MC Paul probably got a No Greater Love. You caught that moment? Did you catch it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is a story that's circulating right now from the Skip Bayless show. I guess he got a brand new show
by itself.
Yeah, on like it's a radio show on Fox or a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And he alleges that he was raised by a black woman who treated him like her own son.
What the heck?
No. If that were the case, he would relate more to Uncle Shay Shay's analogies, and so he's not buying that, Skip.
What was she the one?
I haven't heard it. I was trying to see if there was somebody who.
What kind of raised? Was it the one who breastfed him or something?
I'm still not buying it.
Oh, damn.
Because Shannon Sharp be saying stuff and Skip be like, what?
No, he's like these different people that get to where they're going, where if it wasn't for their black host, the show would not be what it is today.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion.
I'm gonna file that story away with what's his name? What's the big clown? The coon Whitlock. I'm gonna file that away with Whitlock.
He is a clown. I can't stand that Uncle Tom ass nigga. I'm sorry. Did I say out loud? I apologize.
Yes,
I thought I was muted.
Closed caption didn't catch it, so you.
Oh, good.
Really? Shocking.
Sean said, "Well, I can't be in the chat, but."
Aha!
But
Boy, where you at? Why you ain't say nothing?
I didn't hear what he said.
Oh! I need to say.
He said that shit a long time ago. See, I don't watch Undisputed as much as I watch other sports shows.
You don't know my story.
I think he's full of it too. Daniel Bell.
I
But
do too, Daniel.
He be.
But
I never.
someone in the chat said that he made mention of that a while back.
You hear me just say it?
No, because I wasn't in the chat.
But I put it on the screen and
I wasn't in the chat. I wasn't in the chat.
You know what? You ninjas here. You think you got support. You think people got your back. And then so yeah, it looks like we're gonna have an interesting announcement. We can probably do it. Did y'all see what I put in the chat? The private chat?
Which
we're
one?
Not in the chat. Nope, we're not in the
private chat.
We weren't in the chat.
I'm telling you to look at the chat now.
Now you want us to look in the chat?
You know what, Mama Noise? I'm gonna look in your chat later.
Oh, ugh.
Damn, that's nasty.
Right. Damn. What the hell?
It ain't that ass. You see the smile that's on her face.
Well, you know you can come through.
She just doubled down on that nonsense.
Pull up on me.
Yeah.
That is highly inappropriate.
Yeah.
Based on the innuendo, y'all show a little bitty baby saying, pull up.
You're right. I should have went to. That's me outside the bedroom.
Right. And I said, pull up. Okay.
Oh, man. All right, see, I got to come through tomorrow on a special announcement. I think we y'all see what the announcement
Thursday.
Nah, let's do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have to start. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure what you said in the private chat. I don't know.
Okay, because see
pull up the private chat.
No, but see, last time you put it in the private chat, Jay is no longer a private chat.
But see, that's Jay's problem. If he would stick around for like 30 seconds at the end of the show for post-production, he wouldn't be so much in the dark.
Oh wow, that escalated quickly. I didn't know we were doing that.
Hey.
You gotta look at that tone of voice, Jay. That's
It just so happens, sir, you are on vacation.
That's why I
so
said
this time Jay is actually aware of what's going on this time.
Right.
But said this is not
30 seconds. That's why I said 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Why do black people scratch their head when they got? I mean, what the hell is that about? We some scratching head niggas. Like, I don't know.
Be like,
oh no, we scratch.
That's just me and black women.
Right, black women just like this.
No, that is not all black women, and I don't have no tracks, so I don't pat my head like that.
Okay, you not one of them black women.
Well, not all black women. Anyway. All black women ain't packing tracks.
You don't like black women anyway, so what are you talking about?
What? You know what? I'm not gonna be too many where I don't like black women. I am a black woman.
You are a black woman.
That's not what you told us. You said you was half Indian.
That is true. You did mention
I am half Indian.
Chateau, Chickasaw.
Use your culture is what he's trying to say.
I am Choctaw.
So you just picking black whenever you want to pick black.
With a little bit of Creole.
No. Now my grandmother will cuss you for that. We are not Creole. We are Cajun.
Get it straight. What are we?
We're Cajun.
Cajun.
That's not a word.
Yeah, you know
You're
what?
Chalk Negro. You're Chalk
Y'all
Negro.
don't say nothing to them people who send in for their DNA and then have a whole gaggle of 10% Dutch, 10% Switzerland, 10% Nigerian, 5%. Y'all don't say nothing to them, but then you're going to come for me and my stuff.
Hey, show me your paperwork and we can talk. Until then, you are a nigga. I mean... Daniel Bell, check your messenger and you'll see. Because if you are a contributor, then you already know.
Bruh.
Mama Noise, I respect your most.
I think I said it to him. Let me make sure before I talk reckless.
I don't know, because Mr. Noise be kicking up dust like, you know.
I don't be kicking up nothing.
You do be kicking up dust.
Like
I know your Jamaican heritage, but I don't be asking for your paperwork.
I keep it real like them young boys do.
He ain't got no paperwork. Jamaica didn't have no paperwork.
That's right. We ain't got no paperwork.
Real Jamaicans don't even have paperwork.
That
That's
Negro
true.
argued.
That part is true. We ain't got no paperwork.
Jay, on our wedding, when we went to get our marriage certificate,
Why
that
you bring
Negro
this up? What is the point of this story?
I'm talking to Jay.
Talk to me.
The lady, we trying to get married. We filling out our marriage license. Lloyd argued that lady down that he needed to have Jamaican on the marriage certificate. The lady just came back from vacation. I think he should have it on there if that's what he wants. I was like, it's not one of the choices. She's like, well, he wants West Indian on her. It wasn't one of the choices.
I was trying to point out the very flawed, systematic racist system that we had.
She believed Lloyd so much she went to her supervisor. If he wants that on her, he should be able to. And the supervisor said, sir, it's not one of the choices. I could not believe that we was
fired on him.
That was crazy. It was like, we want Jamaican on there. I was like, Jamaican is not the option.
Jamaican funk is what it is.
That man was proud of his teaspoon worth
I
of
wanna
Jamaican.
get next to you.
He ain't got but a teaspoon, but he was proud of that.
Bill said you're a half breed, just like
Listen,
me. Oh,
I never said I was full breed anything. I come from my family's a gumbo of all kinds of stuff.
Nobody call you a butt, Mama Noise. You are not a butt.
I am
Don't let nobody turn me around. By my face.
Mama Noise, that was an old gospel song.
You know what, Jay?
This show really loves the Lord. We love the Lord.
You know what's so sad is even when I'm not on here, I'll be telling my kids, contrary to what Jay said.
Whoa, don't do that.
No, I tell them exactly that.
But the shit I say is true.
No, I said,
oh wow,
I do like gospel music.
Oh, okay.
Well, Lahaim then, Daniel Bell.
Lahaim.
Do you like gospel music that drags?
No, I like Shekinah Glory. That's my favorite.
You don't like the gospel music that plays a little bit of the blues?
Okay, what happened to what I just said? I said
You don't like
Shekinah
Mystery
Glory.
Mass Choir.
You like pop gospel.
Shekinah Glory.
That's not gospel.
To me, it is.
You like Ricky Dillard?
Nah, hell no.
What?
She don't even know who Ricky Dillard is.
That's fast.
She don't even know who Ricky Dillard is.
You don't know who Ricky Dillard is?
No, I don't know who that is.
Jay, you mock me when you say I haven't raised her right, but you have to understand. Somebody has to sign up for your class and sit down and really stay in the class and take it. Otherwise, you can't teach them. I've asked Mama Noise. I said, Mama Noise, what do you think about this? Oh, that's okay.
Are you trying to say I don't sign up for your class?
Not the gospel one.
Listen,
You don't like
Really?
Mr. Noise,
I've tried to introduce you to several things over the years, and you have flatly rejected it. Flatly rejected it.
You can't ask them if they like it. You just simply play it. And as they see you rejoicing in it, they will get on board eventually. For instance,
I'm not so sure about that.
My wife is like a mango lover. She loves her mangoes. If they're sweet, she eats them and juice be running from here to hell and back. I mean, she just loves her mangoes. And I despised mangoes for a very long time because I wasn't raised on mangoes. We didn't have mangoes in Mississippi back when I was coming up.
Did you have like fruit at all?
And they still don't have mangoes in Mississippi.
You finish? You finish? But we didn't have mangoes back in the day. We had
No.
apples, oranges. We had apples,
No, they don't.
oranges,
Win.
Just like all the other white folks had. We had peaches and blackberries. You know, we had
Yeah, but y'all didn't have no mangoes.
we didn't have no mangoes.
Y'all just had white fruit.
They still don't have mangoes.
I tried the mangoes and didn't like the mangoes. I was like, this is nasty.
It's just like peaches.
And the more I saw her eat those mangoes and dig into them mangoes, and eventually I said, let me try it one more time. I tried it again. No, I still didn't like mangoes. I love mangoes now.
Well, I mean, you just said that she be digging in them and all that type of stuff. It was sounding more erotic than.
It was the presentation that you liked.
I think that's what he liked.
My point is, as they see you enjoying your gospel music, your version of gospel music, eventually they would have gotten on.
Because I have been on a road trip with my family and popped in James Moore, All Right. Now, you know James Moore is All Right. All right, it's gonna be all right. That's a classic. And they looked at me like I had an extra head on my head. Like, why are you playing this?
And you
and I'm like, this is a classic.
Jay saying you ain't got no gospel mangoes in your house.
I got plenty of gospel mangoes in my house. These ninjas don't want it.
You just got to keep eating.
Now, I will say this. Baby girl, she seems to like what I like.
Which one is that?
Anna, she'll get on board. But the other two, y'all hardcore, man. Y'all be like, I don't know. Well, Azaria will listen to some of it. She'll meet me halfway on some of it. But Mama Noise, she hardcore, man.
I get in the car and play some of it now, and stuff that I don't even think my daughter knows. She's singing the words to it because she's heard me blasting it in the house.
All right, I'm gonna try again, Jay, just because you told me to.
Don't give up, brother. They need to know.
I'm sitting right here.
They need to know what you loved and what you were raised on. They need to appreciate that.
They need to know what I like and what I appreciate.
No matter how resistant and stubborn the opposition may be,
stubborn.
So what's wrong with my music?
For years, I hated collard greens for years.
Nobody said that was wrong with your music. What's wrong with you?
It sounds like it. You think all I'm supposed to listen to is all that old musty dusty music, and because I don't listen to that, now you got to keep on trying to just turn it on. Watch it.
I'm up against musty dusty is what I'm up against.
I want to hear the rest of this college.
All by himself.
We're flagged.
No, we're not. Y'all don't need no matches.
Like y'all don't know that God.
You can't run forever, Mama Noise.
That's what we trying to get.
Lord, I've been running. Lord, I've been running. Lord, I've been. You can't run forever, Mama Noise. She darted out of here like vampires when you throw garlic on the table.
Like that's what I'm dealing with, y'all.
Like a roach when the light comes on.
Mama Noise. Come on back, Rick. Let me tell you something.
He wants to minister to you. Come on back.
Mama Noise.
I can hear you.
Mama Noise. You do recognize that is a part of our history as a Black people. That choir music, we were once a quartet people. We were once singing in the fields, the old Negro spirituals. But choir music became such a pivotal part of our faith that you have to understand that part. You can't poo-poo that part of our history.
I ain't poo-pooing nothing.
You just called it some kind of old
musty.
I said it was kind of musty dusty. And so because I said that does not mean that I don't appreciate music that gives God his glory. It took Fred Hammond's music for me to have some faith that, you know what, I don't
This house you want to hear right here.
What you want me to say?
That's Mama Noise right there.
Mama Noise. That music came from our music. That's the same.
Come on back to the screen, defend your
But
music.
what are you trying to say?
You have to understand who, even though the organization is somewhat whack, but you have to understand the Gospel Music Workshop of America.
Oh, they are whack.
How important that music was, though.
So is the music I'm listening to.
Nobody said your music wasn't important, but
Sound like it. Sounds
you
like it.
listen to your gospel music. You just call ours musty and dusty
Well, you just said something about mine.
because we listen to that. I know that song, Mama Noise, that was just being played. I listened to it. I listen to all gospel music, to be honest with you. What's that new artist? Very famous. Cobbs. What's her name?
Tasha Cobb.
Yeah. I listen to all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mama, every now and then, can you just meet me halfway is what we're trying to get you to do.
Have you ever heard quartet music, Mama Noise, gospel music?
Yes, I've heard it.
Why you got to breathe so damn heavy?
Listen, I have been with my husband for 23 years and traveled from church to church, and I've heard the whole spectrum.
She just ain't a fan, man. I have tried, brother. See, y'all don't understand what I'm up against.
So it's the beat and not the words. Is that what it is? It's how it makes you feel, the beat.
I don't know.
Because Jesus loves me, this I know can still move you, and it doesn't even have a beat.
I know that. I done sung that to my kids.
Remember?
Let's try one more. Here we go. It says the beat.
Here we go. All right.
We over here. We're not up there. There we go.
I went to the concert where it was almost 3 hours long. I was there.
But that wasn't John P. That was James Moore.
It sure sounded like him.
Listen, right quick, Lord. Just give it one gospel song that you think was the biggest gospel song in the church ever.
Ever?
Just one song now. And don't say Amazing Grace because we all know everybody.
No, hymns don't count. Hymns can't count.
Right.
Yeah,
repeat the question.
The one gospel song that you think was probably one of the biggest gospel songs in the church back in the day, ever.
Jeez.
Just one. You can't come up with two. Just one.
No, ever. You said ever though. That's the problem.
It sounds like you already have a song in mind. And
You know what? Honestly, for what it did and the way in my lifetime, I'm just talking about my lifetime. For what it did and the way that it transformed all of my church and churches around, I gotta say Jesus is real. That was a moment that shifted everything for me, and I would say for Louisville as a whole, that song shifted Louisville because we was real traditional Mississippi Mass, Georgia Mass, and then when he came out with that, man, for about 3 years, that was it. Because he ushered in Ricky Dillard, Hezekiah Walker, that whole thing. So I don't know. For me, maybe Jesus is real. What would you say?
What would you say, Albie?
Gosh,
that's a tough question.
I would probably say it's definitely going to come from the Mississippi Mass catalog.
Really?
Probably Near the Cross.
Near the Cross was big. It was big. That was big. What about you?
It wouldn't be Mississippi Mass. As much as I love the choir.
Love Mississippi Mass. Maybe my favorite choir of all time. Maybe.
That's tough, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's back, Chicago Mass was big.
Yeah, when we were doing that, doing that type of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, Florida Mass was big too.
Florida Mass was big too.
And DFW Mass wasn't short stepping either. I mean, it was a lot of them. I would probably say there was one song that if you confess the Lord, call him up.
That was big too.
The Lord,
Call him up.
That was big.
Don't.
If you
Can't
confess the
stop praising his
Lord.
name. I mean, that was huge.
If you believe in the Father.
Exactly.
And the Son and the Holy Ghost.
And everybody wanted to figure out a way to not stop the song. Can't stop praising his name. I just can't.
What?
That was a big one.
That was a big one.
Praising the name, I just can't. What about the drip drip song? Can't you see the clouds gathering?
Yeah, that was a big one.
Don't let it be said too late.
Gotta run in the ark before the rain starts.
Mama Noise.
That's a big song.
Okay, so Mama Noise, what's yours? The gospel song that shifted it for you. Now you have an opinion. What's your opinion? What's the one in church that did it for you?
What year would you be thinking?
I don't know.
Mississippi Mass came out in 19.
Maybe I got to go scroll through Google and find out what song it was.
It was 80.
Near the Cross was 89. So
it was 89 when it came out.
Yeah, it was about 89.
It was 89.
Yeah, but they were out before that song came out.
No.
Near the Cross wasn't their first album.
Their first album was it was 89, Albie. I promise you. I know exactly where I was when it came out.
Listen, we're not
that
gonna do
song
it.
was 89, but Near the Cross was not their first album.
Hey, what we're not gonna do is sit here and act like we don't have Google.
It was 89. It couldn't have been 88. It could have been 88. It could have been, but I think it was 89.
Nope, not gonna do that with y'all. I'm ready. It was 88 was the first year.
88. Okay, could have been 88.
The album was called the Mississippi Mass. Well, okay, so the choir was established in 88.
88.
The album Mississippi Mass Choir
89.
was released in 89.
There we go.
And that's where Near the Cross was on the 89?
I think
well,
so.
I know it was. I know for a fact it was
Pretty sure
because
it was.
I remember listening to it before I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Mama Noise, we give me the time to try to figure out.
Well, it's Just to Be Close to You.
That's Fred Hammond.
That was in 1998.
Just to be close to you, girl.
No.
To be close to you.
No. Both of you are just wrong as two left shoes. Just,
See, I ain't playing with y'all.
I'm with you, Mama Noise. I'm with you.
Baby.
Just to be ostracized because I did
Mama
not.
Noise, I said I'm with you. I'm riding in the car with you, boo.
Play the. I don't know the song. Come on, let me hear it.
Now we will get flagged for that shit.
It's
Can you say
gospel.
that shit and gospel in the same?
Well, you already did that, brother. You already did.
Apparently.
Just to be close to you. Who was that?
You don't remember Fred Hammond?
I said in 1998, not
How can you all
1892.
gospel, Jay? You disappoint me, brother. You
Oh, I know all gospel. You just got to tell me. You just got to wake it up.
No, he didn't. He don't know nothing in the 90s. It's all in the 1892.
That's not true. I know it
It is. Listen.
Just to be close to you. Come on, sing it like you mean it.
That's Pages of Life.
To the King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
Just to be close to you.
Hey, here's my desire.
I don't know that song.
You don't know that?
I don't know that song.
That's wonderful.
Did you listen to Pages of Life?
I don't know that song.
I'm so glad to hear.
Okay, but did you listen to Pages of Life?
I don't know. Who's paid?
Oh,
See, it ain't got enough dust on it.
Hold on. Listen, first of all, you done talked about Mama Noise. You done accused her of stealing. Nigga, you stealing out here too if you ain't heard Pages of Life. I question your gospel credentials.
Say whatever the hell you want to say.
I question your gospel credentials.
Whatever the hell you
Just
want
to be close to you, you don't know Just to Be Close to You? My
Pages
baby
of-
know who Just to Be Close to You.
Pages of Life saved my life.
Like it in the Spence household, that don't mean I know the song.
Ninja, people like it all over the world.
All over the world.
I am so disappointed in you right now. I just
Pages of Life saved my life. That's all I'm gonna say.
You ever heard it, Al B? Me either.
Wow.
Maybe I heard it and don't know about title.
That's what it is. Because you've heard the Pages of Life album.
You can't tell somebody what they heard. I'm to tell you, I don't know that one.
He said he's heard it.
He says maybe I've heard it, but I don't know about title. And
Well, I'm just
remember.
You know, it's fine if nobody heard it. I know I heard it.
Okay,
And it was that type of music. It's that type of music that helped me. So I I'm sorry that it didn't take the dusty music and stuff. It wasn't that the music that got me going.
Don't be like that, Mama. No, we just try. I don't remember the group. That's all I'm saying. Pages of Life.
You don't remember Fred Hammond's Pages of Life? The double album?
Glory to glory to glory.
Oh, I know all that. Yeah.
Just to Be Close to You's on that album.
That must be on the B side.
Oh.
No, there's no B side. It was two sides.
Boy, I mean to tell you, y'all will throw me under the B-side bus. Oh my gosh.
That's another good one.
I know that one.
How do you know that one and don't know Just
It's
to Be
right
Close
next
to
to
You? Just to Be Close to You is a far bigger Fred Hammond song than that.
It's right next to that song.
Far bigger.
Okay, well, if you say so, damn it. Al B and I hadn't really heard it.
You
Yeah,
are my
yeah.
song.
That's a great song. You're the source.
Oh my gosh.
How in the key of wonder.
Good music.
For
Absolutely.
my heart.
Oh, yeah. Jesus is all.
Really.
I've heard all
That's
these
good.
songs.
Jesus is all
I've heard those songs.
the word.
I sang that
me.
I was about to preach a sermon and I said, I remember the song, Fred Hammond song that blessed my soul, and that Jesus is all. I sung that just a couple of bars of that before I
You was letting the Spirit use you. You was letting the Spirit use you.
I hope so. That's the goal.
Oh wow, is that on there? We're Blessed is on there.
It's on the double because he did half the album is recorded and the other half is a live concert.
We're blessed when we come and when we go.
Yes.
So it's on there.
You do know that Jesus is all.
Who you talking about?
To you.
I know gospel very well.
You do not. You don't know Just to Be Close to
I
You.
told you I didn't know that song.
Do you know Jesus is all?
Jesus all
Jesus is all the world to me. My life is my own. He is my friend from day to day. Without him, I would fall.
What just happened? I just don't understand what happened.
Give it to him.
He's my friend.
I don't know what the name of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints just happened.
She gave it to you. Jesus is all.
You went there. She went there. Mama Noise tell her in a Sunday morning and gave y'all that
song, Mama Noise.
What?
Who sung that song?
Fred Hammond and the Radicals for Christ.
You do know that was an old Dusty Musty song, right?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was, Mama Noise. Originally, it was.
Not the one I sung.
He sung the old version first, and then which that version you just sung was the original version, which is what they did on the album.
This came off of the 1998
CD. Listen. They did that.
Don't you call me Linda.
I didn't call you Linda. I just said, listen. They did that version on the album to highlight the fact. Remember the story he told about the woman or they would make their way up that hill. Remember the hill?
Yeah.
So they told a story about the woman singing in, and she sang that old hymn, which is Jesus is all. That's what she's saying, which is what you just saying. And then they did the new version.
Well, I asked Jay if he knew Jesus is all.
Old, dusty, musty version.
You didn't say yeah. You said.
Why I asked you who sung the song, because that was an old, dusty, musty song.
Well, you ain't seem like you knew the song, so I didn't know if it was dusty.
Wow, this escalated really quickly.
You couldn't be a black person in church and not know Jesus is all.
Well, I let you Negroes tell it. I ain't even black all the way.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said.
That's what you told
No, that's not what I said. I said you don't like black people. That's different.
Same thing.
You don't like black shows.
You insulting my blackness.
You don't like black shows. Are you
when you got a black woman question, Mama Noise, answer the question.
Hold on. Are you gonna watch Abbott Elementary tonight?
I'm gonna watch the rest of
Now there's a new Abbott Elementary.
I'm watching Bel Air. That's a black show.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen Bel Air yet.
Why ain't you calling this blackness into question?
Because I don't know how to stream it. That's why I haven't seen it. I don't know how to find it.
Right.
Is this thing on? Jasmine, help your daddy.
He don't need no help. It comes on regular television.
What?
Bel Air? Bel Air doesn't.
Oh, no, Bel Air don't. I thought we were talking about Abbott Elementary.
No,
Jasmine, help your daddy.
Did you asked about Abbott Elementary?
I asked about Abbott Elementary too, both of them.
I would love to see Bel Air, but I don't know how to find that shit.
So Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
I don't have
Jasmine, help your daddy.
Well, get Peacock.
I don't want to have all these different streaming services. I'm trying to cut back on cable bills.
Listen, you got cable too? Oh, well.
I got
Peacock, getting Peacock helps you to cut back on cable bills.
I don't have no Fire Stick and all that old stuff. I don't know about that.
I don't got no Fire Stick either. You got HBO Max?
You got HBO. He seen Jada.
You got ESPN?
Well, I cut some.
You don't need a Fire Stick to get all these things.
Right,
Just
you got Hulu.
You got a smart TV.
Yeah, you got Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. I got it. And
if you got a smart TV, it comes with it.
By the way, my TVs are smart as hell, but I don't know how to operate all this shit.
Jasmine, help your daddy.
But then ask the TV. Maybe that'll help you.
Ask the TV.
Siri, help my old ass get
Cereal. Can you help me? The Peacocks? Cereal.
It has to
Give me to a Peacock.
I need the Feathered Bird channel.
What I don't want to do is go to school to learn how to use my TV. I don't believe in that. Make it simple.
But you are closer to cutting the cord than you really think, cuz you are closer to cutting the cord than you really think. Save yourself $100, $120 at least a month.
Or you just old and that's the end of that.
Man, we pay a lot of money for cable around here. Cable,
I can only imagine, because y'all need to cover Wi-Fi for that estate. Good Lord, you need a bunch of bands.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got a bunch of like extra stuff that bounce the Wi-Fi around the house. What's that called? It's called something. That bounces the Wi-Fi from the room.
Niggas and flies. I can read lips. But you know, you got the dog feeder.
No, what is it called? There's a name for that bounces the Wi-Fi around the rooms.
The broadband?
No, it's like a relay. It's a relay.
Extenders. You have
extenders, yeah.
The Wi-Fi. We do have those.
Yeah. Are they reliable?
I have one right here.
Is it reliable? Is it pretty reliable?
How do you know if it's not reliable?
Because sometimes I've heard people say that sometimes it slows down based on the distance that it has to travel.
You might want to quit moving it around there, because you are freezing up.
Yeah, he froze all the way. You shouldn't have moved it.
Oops.
Damn shame.
Anyway, I got one of those in here.
Yeah.
We got two of them, but I gotta buy a new one. I need three. That's only because for you smart ass people that want to say something. That's the three of you guys that's on here. My sprinkler system, my controller for my sprinkler system went out. So I had to order a new sprinkler system, and the Wi-Fi for the sprinkler system, you got to have an extender in the garage in order to be able to use it with the smartphone and all that stuff. So I got to buy another for the garage.
So you got a big old giant remote that controls everything all around your house.
No, I don't.
No, you can probably do it from your phone, but you know, a lot of newer homes, like your thermostats, your alarm system, your doorbell system,
and that's the
all
problem.
using Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
All using Wi-Fi. Right?
And that's the problem, because it's all draining at the same time. And then when you add laptop use and desktop use and all that stuff, and
Smart
TV
watches and television.
Yeah, you can't have everybody on Wi-Fi.
All my appliances in the kitchen are connected to the Wi-Fi.
Everybody can't be on Wi-Fi.
And you got smokers, and your smokers are probably connected to your internet.
You mean the smoke detectors?
No, you don't have the probes where you can control the temperature of your pellets and everything from your cell phone.
Oh, no. I don't have one of those smokers. I have a what do I have?
Well, you don't have the green egg. We missed that window.
I have a green egg. I have an extra.
You just don't have the one that y'all were gonna get.
I have the extra large green egg.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they have those temperature probes now that you can control from your cell phone, and then you can adjust the temp and feed it pellets, and you can control all that from your cell phone.
I don't use pellets. I like real wood. I'm a real smoker.
Ain't nothing like some good wood. Is that right?
Oh, damn.
Ain't nothing like smoking wood.
Did you hear that before or after you said?
No, he didn't. He didn't hear it.
I heard exactly what I said.
No, he didn't.
I meant what I
You like good wood.
You like wood?
I like using the wood. Providing the
You
wood.
said ain't nothing like good wood. That's all you said.
Mama Noise, is that not true?
Mama Noise didn't make the statement. You made the statement. You like good
She
wood.
understands what I mean.
No, but you said you like good wood.
I like giving wood.
And I gave you an opportunity to hear what you said.
Listen, on that note, we're going to leave on some good gospel music.
All right.
Yeah.
Sing, James.
What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. All right.
That sound like no teeth, James.
That's no T. James. That's no T. James. Yeah, T. James can't sing like that.
James about the ugliest singer they ever saw.
Ever. But my God, that man can sing.
Some of the facial expressions he made was like.
Listen, James had me want to take out all my fronts.
And then he had those raccoon. He was like, man.
Then he would take off his jacket and didn't have no undershirt on. He'd be
No. It was titties everywhere.
sweating like I was like, damn, James, somebody need to help him out.
Suspenders struggling. Suspenders be struggling.
Barely covering up the nipple. But singing for Jesus though.
Woo! Damn near until the day he died.
Yeah. Mama, why you making that face? That's the truth. We tell you the truth now. He loved Jesus, but he had his titties down.
Yeah, he did. Oh boy.
This is your people's Mama Noise.
It's the truth.
So what's your favorite James song? Mississippi Mass, or whether he was with
Oh man, that's a hard question because God, dog, that's a hard question. Because I love all the Mississippi Mass stuff. That's actually how I got introduced to him too, was Mississippi Mass. I didn't know who he was until he sang there, and I was like, what is this amazingness that I'm listening to?
Right.
But he got some good stuff on his own too, man. That's a tough one.
He sung by himself. He sung with Jackson State.
Yeah, the Jackson State album was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I saw a video. I don't even. It may not have been, but he did a song. Oh, how I love Jesus.
Yes. I didn't. Oh man, he make you want to stop singing songs. He'll sing a song. You be like, well, I'm not singing that no more.
Play his part of that. Or before the choir come in, just when he was doing his part on. Oh, how I love you.
I think I vaguely remember.
Sing, man. That man was.
Mama knows why you don't like black people. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding about that. I'm kidding. It was a joke. Don't take the joke that serious.
There's a song that we.
Mama Noise, listen to this real quick. Just tell us what you think.
Sing his praise. It sounds like music.
He got seat there this time.
In my ears. The sweetest name.
And he in like a blue seersucker suit.
No, this one he's in a white. He's in a white suit with a black collar.
His love. We will I proclaim.
He got teeth on the top, but he ain't got none on the bottom. That's why it
sounds like music. Music in my ears.
That's unfair, man. That's
Sweetest.
Mama knows what you think about James Moore. She done muted her phone. Muted the thing.
She moved on. Wow.
Mama Noise, don't. It's okay. Wow. I love you.
Wow.
Too late, Ninja. Touche.
It's gonna be tough tonight, y'all.
You really are fighting the uphill battle on that music. You just gonna.
I was trying to tell you that. That's what I was trying to tell you previously. It's tough, man. It's a tough sell. She ain't really, Wow. But it's some classic. He done whipped off his shirt. I'm gonna have to send y'all this video because he done take his jacket off.
Oh, I've already seen it. That's when he's sweating came off.
He's sweating like a hooker in church.
Good day. We need to have our after show, so let's go.
Okay, love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow with the big announcement. We out this piece.